Arknights.
Time to finish the second half of Haruka. Not Haruka, Ara.
よく休めましたか、ドクター。
Oh, and I'm not logging today. $800. It's that easy.
I'm just a girl who cleans up war zones.
The base rotations real quick.
A warm place.
You rest.
ここが宿舎か。ちょこっと内装を変えて飾り付けたりしてもいいよね。只闻风声。
Oh, do I have Haruka here?
沙地上的蒿草
I do.
又绿了。
Oh, but I don't have it here.
この部屋すごく広いな。シャボン玉が
I used to need trust.
あんなに高くまで飛ぶなんて。おあつらい向きのスペースじゃん。次はアーケードゲームも運び込んで。Rhode Island's facilities are impressive. I'm getting
Wow, this place is incredible.
Rhodes Island.
至少比某個有。
ここが宿舎か。ちょこっと内装を変えて飾り付けたりしてもいいよね。
This room makes me feel safe. Their silence is loud again.
Alright.
よく休めましたか、ドクター。
Let's get this on the road. Let me just snack real quick.
Reflected under city lights, without a care or fears, how we live in life. Though the vibe's right, I want it more. When it's over, forgot what I was running toward. I wanna chill with a familiar face, get lost in their eyes without a trace, and contemplate if anyone can see me now. Sealed lips, inner soul screaming out. To get back to my roots and find some fertile ground, but I'm the seed that grew when concrete was all around. These streets ain't forgiving and they don't nurture much. But sure as rain falls, I rise and shine till I burn with touch. Head in the clouds, dreaming of clearer skies. Fins out of water by the riverside. Close to home, but it feel out of reach. But all along, it's inside of me. Hard to hide and show restraint. When you're shining in the rain. Damn streets, neon lights. Reflecting on my inner lights. I grapple with duality and bend reality. Live my dreams and make my life a non-fiction fantasy.
Let's continue. Starting with the cutscene. The audience bleeds on stage. The actor weeps in the audience box. Tetsuya-san has been inside for quite a while. I'm starting to get worried. Don't worry about him. The old man has four just like you sing on stage. Hoshikuba punching someone, or me at a pachinko machine. Are you really good at pachinko? Trying to change the subject, Kishe takes a cookie from the plate in front of her and puts it in her mouth. Uh-oh, almost eating all the cookies. Why are the cookies here and need no Mia's classic Sisty milk flavor? Is it Tetsuya-san's favorite? Tetsuya used to like it. If Tetsuya realized what kind of man Kinbei was, he would have realized that a long time ago if he could. To be fair, Tetsuya following Kinbei around is really just the effect. The root cause goes back to old man Tensei. Tesai. If only Tesai had half your wisdom, Kishe-san. What are you doing here? Kinbei? Go and say Momoka, I'll hold him off. Let's not rush to a fight, kiddo. My, how honored I am to be walking by the Oyabun himself. Where is Hoshiguma? Oh yeah, they were fighting, right? She's enjoyed the hospitality of my people and is unable to help you. Despicable scum. Blame yourself. I was supposed to be here with Moriyuchi, but she bit the hook before I even had the time to set the bait. But I don't like to kill unless I have to. These are more civilized times. I'm going to extend a sincere invitation to Chairman Tetsai to attend my ascension ceremony. Your what? You heard me. If Chairman Tetsai will not hand over Kajimachi whatsoever, then I must take the small liberty of taking over the leadership of the Kinsei Kikai. After all, the position is already a little more than a figurehead. If you are too embarrassed to attend, you can simply hand over Hanya, and the ceremony can take place without you. Hanya is not the symbol of succession, never was. It is if everyone believes it is. You favored Hoshiguma too much. You never realized it, did you? Or did you choose to give Hanya to Hoshiguma before she went to Lungmen for the sole purpose of snubbing me? What did she have that I didn't, that you would detest me so? You think too highly of yourself. Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. It's not that I think too highly of myself, old man. You look down on everyone except for your beloved Hoshiguma. Standing alone on the floor between the laughs, Momoka and Kishe slowly moved back behind Tessai. Perhaps your son would not have turned against you if I told you this sooner. Why bring up Tetsuya? Do you think I opposed you in order to pass leadership onto that kid? He's not made for it. I know. He's another one you look down on. Enough talk. I may not be able to beat you, but it's not so hard to stall you until Hoshiguma gets back. This is my house after all. Also, it'd be a good chance to try out the reforged Hanya. The Mishigiri. Wonderful. I have something to show you before that though. When it reaches to his clothes, Tessa keeps a careful eye on his movements, but all Mifune does is take out a few photos, casually tossing them to the floor. Tessa catches a glimpse of one of the photos, which falls face up in front of him. Tetsuya. Tetsuya. Such a good boy. He did everything I asked of him to the limits of his ability, whether he could ultimately handle it or not. Yeah, that was a photo they took. For example, he really did find the Northern Court spite. Himself. Why? You. I was surprised when I first saw the photos, but then it started to make sense. Tetsuya's mother may have missed her family in the north, but she just steadfastly refused any approach to become a spy. If the mark of Higashi was on all the weapons that we, the Kinsei Kikai, procured in secret. My fault, I suppose. The Kinsei Kikai's TV station wasn't as powerful as it is now, and this wanted a piece of the Kinsei Kikai when I set upon the news like hungry beasts. Eventually, I helped you find a place for the weapons, but you had to take care of the aftermath. You were forced to place the blame on Tetsuya's mother, as he once placed down on Hoshiguma. To you, the Kinsei Kikai is the king on the shogi board. You will preserve it at all costs. Never hesitate to cut other pieces loose. be it a queen like Hoshiguma or promoted rooks like me that you look down on. I'm curious myself, what does Tetsuya mean to you? Is he a rook, a bishop, or is he so incompetent that you see him as a pawn you wouldn't mind losing? If that was really so, we could have had to fight here and now. We would have to fight here and now. But he isn't, is he? He is incompetent, but he's not a shogi piece. He's your precious son, not to be placed on the board. Shut up. Clearly on edge, the Omen seems ready to charge Mifune with a shield raised at any moment. Mifune can see Hanya trembling in his hands. His mother's name will never be cleared, if the same fate befalls your only remaining child. I said shut up. You're hesitating. You're contemplating whether it's a chance to reforge Hanya will allow you to neutralize me in one blow, and bargain my life for Tetsuya's. Chance. What an obnoxious word. Are you scared? Unfortunately for you, there's more than one person who carries out my will. I'm not claiming strength in numbers, but the moment you swing Hanya at me, a button will be pressed, and these photos will show up on Kiteki channel. And you'll be free once and for all, when Tetsuya realizes that he was right, and his father never cared about him, just as his father never cared about his mother. What do you say, old man? Oh. Well, it's on TV. What do you say, old man? So I wonder what's that other girl's goal? Who's hijacking the TVs? So he's listening to this. What? Is he a sarcasm? No, it's not true. It can't be. Tell me this isn't real. Tetsuya frankly shakes his shoulder to the ninja who brought him here, but he cannot even tell if the ninja is looking at him. After so many years, you have finally delivered Hanya into the hands of its true master. Unfortunately, I still have to complete certain tasks entrusted to me. Where's the deed to Kajimachi? No rush. The one who gave me the task wanted it done cleanly. For now, you can simply follow me. Those two. The girls. I'm certainly willing to do you a favor, since you've been cooperative so far. Come quietly and I'll spare their lives. You can go to hell, Kimbe. I'll cut your tail off and make a belt out of it. Kishisei. His father's angry voice comes through the TV speaker somewhat distorted, giving the scene a sense of surrealness. Papa, Papa. Where are you taking them? Let them go. You want to get me? Come for me. Why him? Why? Mio-san, where's the Aoni? Before Nisan's orders were to let her go when the time was right, and allow her to return to Kajimachi. Why? What of the boy? When did we let him go? Or are there other plans? I don't know. The orders from upstairs were to keep him in the room, and don't let him break anything in it. I wasn't told anything else. I see. Mia-san, see, I'm not sure how long I'll have to watch him. And I was up all night last night. I'm very tired, to tell you the truth. You can go. Arigato. What's on the TV? Let me go. I asked a question. Let me go. If we Nisan's orders that you're not to leave this room. My father's gone with your people. He's yielded. What else do you want? I'm simply following orders. The young Oni draws his Bokuto. Oh, he's an Oni, okay. I mean, Oni are sarcasm, but... With the ethereal hand emerging from behind the Libere, easily brings him to the ground. Don't waste your energy. Would you say something, Chairman Tesai? Have you decided to stay silent for now? Touch yourself, as long as you speak when I tell you to. The camera follows Tesai. Tetsuya sees his father leave the manor and a car stop in front of its gate. After a short while, the door of the car opens. Through an unremarkable door is a splendiferous meeting hall. What's this place? Auction hall. Auctioning what? Kajimachi? You mean my father's? No. The next item for auction is not listed in the catalog. It was added at the last minute. I present the first ever TV set manufactured by the Kinseki Group. Starting at 7 million. A TV set that looks so unremarkable is starting at the remarkable price of 2,000 ryu. There must be something extraordinary about it. 7,500,000. Kohei Mifune-san, are you serious? Of course. I doubt I'm the only one who recognizes this value. Are you sure? Regardless, we have a bid for 7,500,000 from Kohei Mifune-san. 7,500,000 going once, going twice. 10 million. In the middle of the screen, the aging Oni slowly raises the paddle in his hand. His old feeble voice comes through the TV speakers. That's Chairman Tessai of the Kinsekikai. What did Mifune say? 15 million? He's still raising the bid. What is he trying to do? Kill my father by putting him into debt? The Liberator says nothing, but the Yoma sees a hint of pity in her eyes. That goes a little further than what the number 15 million should have licked. 200 million. God damn. You're bidding 200 million, Tessai-san. 200 million? Mio. 200 million going once, twice. Last chance of 200 million. Sold. Tetsuya watches as Tessai raises from his seat and walks past rows of well-dressed buyers towards the TV set that should have belonged to him to begin with. Tessai-san, there is still paperwork to be done. Tessai ignores the auctioneer and gently lifts his TV set, the way he did when he marketed it to potential buyers, one at a time, many years ago. Tetsuya raises his Bokuto again. He charges at Mio in desperation, but is once again thrown easily to the floor. Again and again. The TV set continues to mercilessly send distorted sounds into the room. The sound of camera shutters, of people giving a show of applauding, of footsteps, of the rustling of pens on paper, of car doors shutting, of car engines rumbling. A now unfamiliar sound of the door to his father's manor. Tetsuya has lost count of how many times he has gotten back up after being thrown to the ground by Mio. He charges futilely again, when he hears the voices behind him. One like a ghost, the other like a man eating aki. Voices that hardly even seem human anymore. Now, give me the deed. Sign here, stamp your handprint, and all will be done. You still can't do it, can you? We understand that none of it is over, and to put your palm to the page. And what happens when I do? The deeds of Kajimachi will become the collateral on the loan in the amount of 200 million. The TV set is yours once you give me the payment to the auction house. It's Tetsuya that I'm talking about. Huh? Him? Same as always. Those photos of him will be sealed away forever. You'll never be able to pay back the debt. We can keep the secret together, and he'll be none the wiser. The two people in the room with the TV both freeze. Even the Libri, who should have seen plenty of such things, takes an involuntary step backwards. You liar. He's a liar. Mifune is a liar. Don't do it. No. I know, it's not easy. Choosing between abandoning your son and a crushing debt. Money. I don't care about money. Money, business, titles, land. None of that matters anymore. But only this. Bowing my head to rotten scum like you. And yet bow you will. Bow you will, for the Tetsuya you failed to save from the rampaging Aki, and for the other Tetsuya you almost made a traitor out of. Promise me. You won't kill Tetsuya or Hoshiguma or those two girls. I won't. He tricked me. He tricked me. Don't let him trick you. You're the Oyabano of the Kitsukikai. You're Tensei the Kingpin. You're my father. Papa, this wasn't supposed to happen. This isn't who you are. You're the villain who could turn Misuke's Yakuza upside down with the wave of your hand. You're the steel-hearted murderer who killed my mother. This isn't who you are. Papa. As the owner places his hand on the ink pad, then leaves his red handprint on the paper, it seems like all life has been sucked out of him. Good, very good. By the way, your son just saw everything that happened from beginning to end. I'm sure he'll be grateful to you. No need to thank me. Also, he knows this is being recorded, okay. You. How dare you? Your son thought he was the same as me. He thought you always looked down on him, and he looked down on me, thinking of him as a worthless substitute. I hope he learned his lesson, and stops thinking of himself as the most pitiable man under heaven. How lucky he is to have someone willing to trample the last vestige of his own dignity for him. A wave of the fan, and the hand-printed sheet is cut in half, but Mifune continues to sneer. The image on the TV starts shaking. Something seems to have moved the camera. Here's the camera. You deceived me. You didn't Tetsuya know about all this. You never meant to spare him? Why? Why would you deceive Hoshiguma? Deceive me? Deceive Tetsuya? Deceive is such a strong word. Hoshiguma learned by her choice. Hoshiguma learned that her choice was only ever wishful thinking. Tetsuya learned that you did love him after all. And you understand now, don't you? Misuke no longer needs you or the hypocrisy of the Kisekikai. Everything you've done was to fool yourself. A loud noise comes through the speakers as the camera is smashed. The screen goes dark, with the speaker continuing to mercilessly communicate the sound. The sound of Tessai's fan clashing with Mifune's sword. The sound of labored footsteps. The sound of blade impaling flesh. Papa. The sound of blood dripping. Papa. The sound of a body hitting the floor. Oh, CG. Die on the battlefield or die fighting cops. Die to a vengeful blade. Don't die like this. Don't die for me like this. Humiliated. Trampled beneath another man's feet. You don't deserve to be my father. But I don't deserve to have you die for me like this. Why would you do this for me? Why would you do this for a fool? Papa. Mifune-san. Yes, I took over from the ninja. His reaction, I'm sure you can imagine. You have no further use for him. Yes, what other orders do you have? Yes, I'll go to the place where Momoka is being held. But was there not someone else? The woman by the name of Kishe. Mio, is it? If we didn't told you to kill me, didn't he? He wants to wrap things up cleanly. He doesn't want any loose ends, does he? Then do it. Kill me here and now. Otherwise, I'll kill you with my tooth and nail. Whatever it takes to get out of here. Go. Go. Go before I change my mind. Never come back. Has the sun set? Tessai does not know. He has lost track of time. He remembers falling to Mifune's blade. He remembers Mifune grabbing his hand and leaving a bloody handprint on the new contract. Then the footsteps grow distant, and his vision grows grey and blurry. He wants to be free of all this. Uncle Tessai. The old man stands back up feebly as he hears a familiar voice, perhaps out of guilt, perhaps out of lingering sentiment, perhaps because he does not want Hoshiguma to see the true extent of his weakness. Oof. Hoshiguma. Who did this? Kimbe. Hoshiguma. I couldn't protect Kajimachi or Hanya. Where's Momoka? Kishise. Kimbe was right about one thing. Sitting in my chair, I started thinking of everything as shogi pieces. Moving them, trading them, sacrificing them. But I forgot. I'm no more than a shogi piece myself in the eyes of others. Run. You're no match for Kimbe. Leave this forsaken place. Go back. Go back to Lungmen. No, I won't. Sit down, Uncle Tessai. I'll find the doctor. Don't bother. Can't you see I'm beyond help? Uncle Tessai. I'm here, Uncle Tessai. I'm not going anywhere. Sit down. We'll sit together for a little bit, just like old times. Hoshiguma helps the dying old man sit down. She casts her gaze towards tall walls in the distance. There are lights flashing outside, and the sound of tracks rolling over the ground. She does not care what it means. Kajimachi is dead, and she cares not what will become of it later. All she knows is that she must stay with the dying man. The man's breathing grows weaker and weaker, but he begins to feel the rumbling of tracks too. He looks up in terror, but his eyes can no longer see. The ground trembles beneath him. Is that a sound I can't hear? What is it, Hoshiguma? What is it? It's... Hoshiguma stops in mid-sentence, choking back tears. After a while, she growls from the back of her throat. They tearing it down? Oh yeah, they are. It's a signal to begin the fireworks show. The fireworks have begun. Yes, they're getting ready. You hear the commotion, don't you? Yes, Kajimachi hasn't been so lively in a long time. A smile appears on the old man's face. An engineering vehicle rams through the manor's walls, causing the beams to shake violently. Not too far away, the Pachinko partners' machines are crushed to pieces, sending tiny balls flying everywhere. Do you hear the fireworks? Yes. The sound of fireworks going off, taiko drums rumbling, the noise of the crowd. He feels the trembling of the ground again, its joyful dance. He hears the faint sound of car horns from vehicles caught in the traffic jam outside. He senses his own heartbeat growing slower by the second. No, I can't. In his final moments, his heart races once more, and hot blood flows swift through his veins as the dying man gazes at the sunset, thinking that it is the rising sun. The wrinkled hands fall weakly. Found the body that the witness reported, and the suspect matching the description of Hoshiguma. Was this part of Kimbe's plan too? Oh, okay. Shut up and come with us. Calling the police, leading Yasumi with Uncle Tessa as he draws his last breath, so that I once again be suspected of murder. Was this part of Kimbe's plan too? Did his people call you? I see. Hoshiguma takes a leap and sees a familiar foe before the policeman says anything. Yakuza, ninja. You're in league with each other. The policeman looks down at his own feet. As Hoshiguma swings her unsheathed sword, trying to cut a path through the faint but inevitable dusk. Heavy. I think the origami is. Exit 8. I like all the references here. You're again swallowed the way out, no escape, nowhere to run. Why run? It's not a razor, but let's see.
Journaling on my tablet, writing calligraphy in the ancient park, a stone's throw from the city street. Third eye opens as the city sleeps. Quiet the chaos, sync up with my inner peace. I'm present, reflecting on where I've been. No matter where I go, I can return again. Hard to hide and show restraint. When you're shining in the rain. Damn streets, neon lights. Reflecting on my inner life.
That's her to use. We just stand there. The schedule on half us will behave as the suspect. I'm tired. Says the tired police. You think I'm not? I mean, I really am tired. We know a bunch of scum couldn't catch one bloody woman. She wouldn't touch a hair on our heads. The real scum are the ones she knocked out with a sheath. All of them have a rap sheet 10,000 feet long. And we're working with these scum against her while she knocks them out one by one. So, Koreto keeps saying, it'll get better, but I've been on the job for almost 10 years, and I don't see things improving one bit. Out of the way, cop. Shugo, how dare you attack our police? I told you to get out of the way. Why you... They stare into each other's eyes. Excuse me, officer, may I pass? Or I could commit assault on an officer of the law. Or murder. I'm not picky at the moment. The officer sighs and stands aside, putting his empty hands where Hoshiguma can see them. Thanks. For Shugo. Hiss. That a guy? I don't think that's a guy sprite. Maybe typo. We go in this department store. Come in, have a pipe. We have just the right lager for an only like you. Or if you prefer the more traditional stuff, we have a fine collection of emo shochu for me to pick from. Take this, Oju-san. Out of the way. What's the hurry? Ready for the most precious thing on Terra? The stepping stone to happiness? Wait, you're the Aoni from the Kinsei Kikai. May I ask where Momoka-san is? Are you a fan, or are you after me for this bounty? Neither, I just want to ask a favor. Can I ask you to disappear me? Like Momoka-san? Maybe that'll make me go viral like her. It's the Aoni. Can I get a pic? Out of the way. Wait, Aoni-san. Aoni-san. We're just a drinking establishment. One Moshima Black to go. The Moshima Black production line shut down a few years ago. Might interest you in the newest offering from the same maker? It's a premium line, which I'm sure you'll be happy with. Fine, whatever. When the click gets a liquor, Hoshiguma stands with her back against the storefront, gazing coldly at the crowd that has begun to gather. A city is a big place, whether it's called Lungmen or Misuke. The death of one man does not move the heart of the whole city, much less the death of a Yakuza figurehead. One man has died, many still live. But the people who still live, this city that they live in, has nothing to do with her anymore. No one is following. This is a good place. Hoshiguma opens a bottle and the smell of alcohol gushes out. Just the smell is enough to make her lightheaded. This was for you, Uncle Tesai. Ugh, how could this stuff taste so thin when it's so expensive and the alcohol content so high? This is the second time I've drank to someone. The first was to my father at my old home. The kind of chasers must be thrilled about the Aoni drinking with a dead man. Kairan, huh. The story of me and Higashi ended when I chose to step up for what was right, when I really didn't know what it was. It was stupid, even though I survived. Chen too faced the same choice, and she survived as well, but I still think it's stupid. You should have met Chen Hyuxie, Uncle Tesai. She's a true Kyo, although they pronounce it a different way in Yan. But it refers to the same thing. Someone who's willing to stand in the way of an army 1,000 strong, armed with nothing more than a sword. This was to her. But I'm not like her. She's brave, unlike me. Awkward, isn't it? But I'm scared, I can't deny it. I'm not worried about my own life, but what about other people? Those I'm trying to protect. What about my home? Honestly, I should just head out for Lungmen right now and never look back. It's a big deal. An LGD officer suspected of murdering Higashi. That'll make headache for everybody. From Missy to Mr. Lin to Madame Fumizuki to Mr. Wei. They won't abandon me. I know what kind of people they are, and they know me well. But I caused this. Will my new home suffer for the trouble that I caused? How could I keep calling it home in that case? Or I could draw my sword and become a real Oni. A killer. Kill Kimbe. Kill any of his men who dare draw on me. Kill any police who stand in my way. Turn into a nightmare that roams the street of Misuke. Become a true monster. Become the Kaiden after all. Take vengeance. Go with the tide. Embrace the times. Become the maddest of the revelers. And become exactly what he... No. Exactly what everyone in Misuke wants me to be. There's no way out. Every path leads to a dead end. Is the bottle empty already? You surely can hold your drink, Hoshikuma-san. Who's there? Oh, the detective. Where are your men? I came alone. Where's Uncle Tessai's body? In police possession. Cause of death was a sword wound, but it was not your sword that did the deed. Then why are your men after me? Orders from above. Are you here to arrest me too? No. I'm here to drink with you. While I wait for an answer, the policeman sits down on the ground and takes out a small glass from his pocket. Damn, this stuff is strong. So they were always under the Kisekikai force, which kind of makes sense in the beginning why he didn't want to go against his orders. Kime's orders. So it really was all an act in the beginning. Damn, this stuff is strong. You want to try to convince me to come quietly so you can carry all those orders from above. Then get you out of Misuke and back to Lungmen. Against the orders of your superiors. Why do you think I had you taken into custody the moment you entered Misuke? I would have done the same if a gang leader who committed a major crime in Lungmen 20 years ago came back. Is that all? What else could it be? The policeman looks straight into Hoshiguma's eyes. When he realizes that Hoshiguma is not joking or hiding anything, he suddenly punches her in the face. I can't believe you forgot. The diet candidate came out that Kinsekikai was named Koretu. Oh. That was for my uncle. Kono Bakahiro. His murder would not have gone ignored all these years if he didn't stupidly claim responsibility for your stupid Yakuza honor. Sorry. It's a little too late for that. There's nothing I can do about Mifune now. Yeah, because he was the one driving pressure on them. And now it has led to this. He's a cahoots. He's a cahoots with one of the most powerful Diet members. How else could the Yakuza have gained so much influence over the police? The best I can do, the best the police can do, is to let you go. So he won't get what he wants. And Uncle Tessai's death will be nothing more than a footnote in the Aoni Kaiden legend and the haunted house, and nothing will ever get resolved. Same as it was back then, am I right? The detective curator of the spiritual affairs station. You say you don't want him to get what he wants. All you're doing is helping him. You think Mifune is behind the Kaiden? You don't sound surprised. A cop is a cop, even if he's from the spiritual affairs station. I can spell where the rot is coming from, even with this chained collar around my neck. So you've made peace with the chains. All you need to worry about is filling your own stomach with fried meat chopped with rice. Not all of us are the same. Do you know how much it costs to get a house that can barely squeeze a family of 4 in Misuke? I'm not sure I want to know. If you're willing to pay off my loans to take my wife and kid to Lungmen, sure. I'll turn your old home upside down. Or, if you're absolutely certain that it'll be a fatal blow to Mifune, I can potentially see myself jumping on this gamble of yours. Now it's your turn to answer. Do you plan on paying off these loans that I'm not even sure I could Do you plan on paying off these loans that I'm not even sure I could free myself of before I die? Or is there a greater power than the diet, enough to take Mifune out once and for all? I'm doing my best to help you. Recognize good faith when you see it, Aoni. The policeman angrily dons the last bit of liquor left in the cup. Come with me. No. Give me a reason. I want my sacrifice to mean something, but everything in Mitsuki is denying it. What else is left for me in this empty city? It's time to go. Time to go home. I hope Missy had a better summer in Siesta than I did here. Guma. Who's there? Who's what? What are you talking about? Hoshiguma. Ghost-san. Momoka. Do you hear Momoka's voice, Koreto? Momoka, the idol. Isn't she supposed to be with you? I was going to ask where you hid. I'm over here. This way. Hoshiguma runs in the direction of the voice. Koreto sighs and follows her. There's no one here, but the voice is getting closer. Over here, this way. Momoka. What? What are you doing in the TV? And the Hoshiguma no Koretora say it aloud. The Shabby TV set lights outside a tiny shop. It is hard to tell what the shop does, or if it is even open at all. Inside, Momoka is hitting something at Hoshiguma. She's not looking at Hoshiguma, but knocking on something in front of her, as though she's trying to break the TV screen and climb out. You're there, right, Hoshiguma? I'm here, can't you see me? I can't see you, but I can hear you. Oh, I'm so relieved. I thought it was all over. Christ. Hold the tears. Where are you? What's going on with this TV? Kisha and I are being held prisoner at Kinbei's base. Momoka. The TV goes dark. The Kohen blows through the gaps between the buildings, and Hoshiguma's sword hums in its sheath. Koreto. I was agitated by Uncle Tessai's death. I forgot a few things. My bad. But what about you? Did you really think I'd hidden Momoka? Kishe too. I guess she's not important to you. Nothing more than an inveterate pachinko gambler. Hoshiguma. What's one or two innocent lives to you? As long as you get this troublemaker out of town. After all, they're already knee-deep in this Kinbei mess. Why bother? We'll do our best to protect them. The people who died in the haunted house, Uncle Tessai, the Yakuza killed in Kijimachi a few days ago. Says, when have you been good at protecting anybody? It is Hoshiguma's turn to punch the detective in the face. The detective stumbles back a few steps before steadying himself. I don't need you to remind me of my failures. You're not a troublemaker to me. You're my trump card. The only thing that can hurt Mifune. The only thing standing between him and total control of Mitsuki. And the way you play it is to get me out of the city. That's the best a cop can do. A cop, eh? You're a cop too. You know the limitations. Go back to Lungman, Hoshiguma. Your particular individual and the LGD will take care of things for you. Hoshiguma instinctively reaches into her pocket, where her LGD badge is. But the first thing she feels is something soft. The ribbon that Tessai gave her after removing it from Hanya. A gift from her friends, bearing their best wishes. For some reason, she feels like she can smell the sea breeze of Siesta. The haystack of the Victorian plains. The aroma of Lungman's downtown restaurants. And the scent of Kajimachi's old wooden house. You're right. Good, you see the light. Now hurry up and... I mean, you're right that the LGD will take care of things for me. Maybe I've been too cautious, too concerned about bothering my friends. What do you mean? Hoshigumi does not answer. She takes the sword and sheath from her belt and begins wrapping the ribbon around the handle. You're going to use the sword? For what? I have a promise to fulfill. You're going to rescue them. Don't be silly. Missy will probably be angry enough to burst a few blood vessels if I just went back to Langming with that tail between my legs, assuming I had a tail. I'll never be able to look at Nin Yusha in the eye again. As for Chen, I still have to fight Shisha with the reforged Hanya. I can't very well go back empty-handed. Don't you feel you were regret it for the rest of your life? Like 20 years ago? Uncle Tessa said that Hanya was imbued with the secret arts of the temples, but I didn't have the discipline to suppress the madness in my only blood. Discipline, madness. Don't you think all that's a little vague? I don't know what would have happened 20 years ago if the secret art was there, and I don't care. And I don't need it now. As long as this ribbon touches my hand, Hoshiguma will never fall to bloodless. As for regrets, the only thing I regret is that I tried to shoulder everything myself, but I was obsessed with my sacrifice meaning something. Why do you think you have to do this? Is it because you're a cop? Or because you're a Yakuza? Cop? Yakuza? None of that matters. I promised Momoka, that's all. Oh, it says I'm going to rescue them. It's more likely than not that I'll run into Mifune at some point. Now go find them if I don't. There's something I have to ask him. Hoshiguma sees light begin to appear from within the policeman's sunken, world-weary eyes. You'll fight him. I'm not looking for a fight, but I'm not sure there's a way out of it. Put a gash or two in him for me. You don't even have to ask. Is that enough though? Like I said, I'm a cop. I'm going back to the station. I'll do my best to fend off pressure from upstairs, as long as there's no corpses. Words cannot express my gratitude. I hope I live up to it. Ooh, things are in motion.
盡量控制下佔用假期嘅時間啦。
Two-tonned job. Surrounded while spinning and stop spinning when shifted.200m 先に辻門っぽいの発見。はいはい、お楽しみはまだまだこれからだよ。はいはい、聞こえてるって。For that. still no swire.
Accomplished.
Hoshiguma, Hoshiguma, can you hear me? Can you hear? Quit yapping. Hoshi. You know what? Yap all you want. We'll give that alcohol a warm welcome. What does Kimbe want with me? Kimbe? Who's that? I mean, Mifune. How am I supposed to know? You're an idol, so maybe the Oyama has some use for you. Or maybe he just has to do you in. Should butter him up with that pretty face of yours. I don't know what you're thinking. Bakayaro, who the heck's texted me? Everyone knows I got assigned last minute guard duty. What? Some other unlucky saw has taken over the shift. Yahoo! He's gone. What happened? Why did I feel like I was hearing voices, even talking to Hoshiguma? Am I going crazy? Behind you. Oh, there's that girl. So she's the one messing with the TVs, right? Oh, she has a cool design. So you weren't acting in those shows. I didn't believe it when Kishe told me. You know Kishe? Is she alright? Locked up, like you, but probably safe for now. Who are you? You can call me Sarasa. Oh, we got a name for her. I'm a fan of yours, and I guess you could say I'm a Mifune's employee, but my true identity is an undercover cyber ninja. Cyber ninja? How's it different from a regular ninja? Look, ninja are nothing more than hired killers, but the cyber kind were wanderers of the intercity net. But I thought cyber ninja were pretty much the same, hired by corporations to attack each other, just specializing in intercity net operations. Fine, I'm a cyber ronin ninja. But I don't know where you came from, or why you're helping me. That video you saw at home, the one where Mifune and Mio plot to infect you with telepathy, I was the one who leaked it to warn you. Do you trust me now? You were the one who gave me that fright in the middle of the night? It was the first time I worked on Mitsuke. I mean, the Kiseki channel signal system. It was a mistake. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. Alright, well, I guess I do owe you my life. Honestly, I only applied to Kinseki channel because I heard it was the biggest TV station in Mitsuke and I needed a job. But the longer I worked, the more things began to stink. But at least they had you as the poster girl. They wouldn't even keep their hands off you. Especially that Mifune. I would've just kept my head down here and did the work if I was paid for. If it wasn't so yabai. But I'd rather jump into the sea than work another day for that piece of shit. I located Hoshiguma using Mifune's monitoring network, so I patched you in briefly. You can do that? I remember how the technical director spent a long time fumbling with the preset connections the last time I was live on air. That just means he sucks at his job. Now listen to me. I'll patch you in with Hoshiguma again. And have her wait outside. Or take Kishe. Listen to me. And make sure the stupid Yakuza never even catch a glimpse of your shadow. No, I can't go. Are you crazy? Do you want me to cut you up to a birdie base feed? Where can I go if I leave? The Southern Court's a big place. Plenty of places you can go. Lay low the rest of my life? Always look over my shoulder? No way. I don't give myself the name Momoka Hanyu, but if you tell me I have to give it up now, how's that any different from being dead? Are you serious? Aren't you afraid to die? Do you have a death wish or something? I don't know. All I know is that it's the only path I have left. Fine, you know what? You sounded really cool, like a line straight out of a movie. You're a star for a reason. How do you plan to continue to be a star then? What if Kimbe won't let you? Lord stands in my way. They're gonna find out that even I can bite when backed into a corner. They didn't keep me make up all those Kaiden stories. Until all Mitsuki that they've been lied to. Interesting. Can you connect me to every TV set in Mitsuke? I'm going to expose Kimbe to the entire city. How long do you think it's gonna take hacking all those TVs, one at a time? When they're doing that ascension ceremony and broadcasting it to the whole city, all we need to do is take a ride on it. You still have that broken sword? It'll come in useful. The first thing that Kimbe's people did when they captured it was take it from me. But I'll say it, with or without the evidence. Good. I'll get the Kishe girl, and now only on the other side of the TV. And we can talk about how we'll each teach Mifune a lesson. Where are you? Where are you? Did I doze off? Wait, did the Kami-sama... I'm not in that much of a hurry. It's you? Why don't you sit straight with a start? He wants to turn around, but there's not. I'm afraid that he will learn that it is all a dream, and there's nothing there at all. The Kami seems satisfied with this reaction. Kami-sama, it's been a long time. Of happy returns. You're finally willing to show yourself to me. I'm very grateful that you pulled my family out of poverty. Did you spend all these years looking for me just to say thank you? I wanted to thank you, of course. But there was also something I wanted to ask. Why? Why did you leave us? Why was it that we lost our happy life, little by little, until it was all gone? Did we offend you? Or was it fate that not even you could avert? And that was why you chose to avoid us. What does any of that have to do with me? I understand. Of course it couldn't be. What I mean is, did you spend all these years looking for me just to learn the reason? Were you not looking for me because you wanted to seize happiness again? I've said this many times, but I guess you were too young to remember. So I'll be patient and tell you once more. I never give anyone anything. Think of it this way. There's something I like, and I appear in front of people when I see it. Something. Do you mean happiness? Yes. I didn't avoid you because I was angry at you, or ashamed to see you. I simply chose not to see you because happiness had left you. But now, I have a reason to see you again. Choose the right path, and you shall know happiness beyond your wildest dreams. The Kami's voice is exactly as he remembers, but for some reason it makes the hair on the back of his neck stand up. Is it because he has lost the innocence of childhood? Is it because he has heard too many lies in his time? Yes, he has heard too many lies. And he has learned to treat all beautiful promises as deception. But this is different. Please tell me. You stand in the eye of the storm. The Oni Hoshiguma, the snake Kimbe. Add to that a poor goldfin, and a wolf who believes its own nose. You. All your faces are intertwined. Oh, there was also an unfortunate old man. But he's dead now. Tessai-san. With his death, you finally have the chance to see the happiness that you have longed for. His death? My happiness? What do you mean? Why? Why is Tessai dead? Who killed him? Is it so hard to guess? What you really should ask yourself, though, is if it matters. You stand where countless people could only dream of standing, Moriyoshi. This is a business opportunity, a big one. Choose right and everything will be yours. You want me to stand on Kibe's side? Kibe is a liar. He wouldn't let me live. That's why it's a big business opportunity. Kibe is a liar, certainly, but he needs you. More specifically, Kitsukikai needs you. The separation of the Kitsukikai and the Kinseki group has entered the final phase. Only a catastrophic event could stop it. Everything seems to be going according to Kimbe's plan, but he's about to find that he isn't as powerful as he thought. You survived for so long between the overworld and underworld of Kajimachi and Nita Street. As a man, you're not that far from Kimbe. Moriyoshi is stunned. In his mind, he fantasied about his reunion with the Kami countless times, but never in another 1,000 years could he have imagined that it would so calmly tell him something so. terrifying. You want me to take Kinbei's place? Is that the happiness you're talking about? Yes. What if I take his place, but find it beyond my abilities? But you'll be rich. Very rich. Rich. You'll be rich whether you have the ability or not. Maybe not as rich as Kinbei is, but the kind of wealth that you could hardly even imagine right now. Is money not happiness? Was it not money that you and your family found when you were young? Is it not because of money that Mitsuke and this country enjoy endless happiness? Where would happiness be if money left you? Is this a lesson you have for me? It's not a lesson. It's the simplest law of existence. Kinbei knows it, the Diet knows it, virtually everyone in Mitsuke knows it. You knew it too when you were little. Moriochi feels a chill come over him, as though the settling sun is suffocating in its own golden rays. Is this really the Kami that he encountered when he was young? Or is it simply an absurd nightmare? No, simply trying to deceive him and make him abandon his search for the Kami. But its mannerisms, the way it talks, even the line, "What does any of that have to do with me?" He has never forgotten them. In Moriochi's memory, even those cold words seem to be a kind of encouragement. Now though, Moriochi is gasping for air, but the cold nightmare seems inexorably suffocating. He reaches in his pocket and takes out the key. Ooh, another CG. There are numerous scratches on the old-fashioned key, with a tiny maneki neko hanging from the keychain. It has kept the company for many years. Oh, nice. I like how solemn the CG's been so far. Money is happiness, you say? Maybe. Maybe that's what I always thought deep inside. But did you ever stop to think, before all that happened, I only ever thought of you as a friend. The only friend of a lonely boy. The friend brought me happiness, for which I was very grateful, but can never repay. You had no intention to accept everything that I did. When you disappeared after I failed to come to see you for a while, I thought it must be because I had neglected you. I thought I deserved it, because I had abandoned my old friend, my only friend. You know, I was the exact same thing when I was being coerced by Mifune. The Oni. Yes, my guts wrenched in shame when she came to rescue me, but I couldn't say anything. But you just told me that I got it backwards all along. It wasn't you who brought me happiness. You simply came to me because happiness was there. Yes, I see. You're a Kami. You've never been any more or less than a Kami. I'm sorry for my arrogance. To think that I could befriend a Kami, never mind trying to catch his tail. Thank you for coming to see me, and telling me that I have been walking down the wrong path my entire life. How could an information broker have any true friends? Morichi raises the keys and takes off the maneki neko accessory. It looks at the keychain, as though he is talking to the Kami behind it. But I wanted a friend, a true friend. Can you understand that? Would it make you angry? If you're not angry, might I be so presumptuous as to make a bet with you? Morichi stretches out his hand into the sky unobstructed by concrete. If I do as you say, I'll never have a true friend for the rest of my life. I'll never have true happiness. He bites his lip and opens up his trembling hand. The accessory falls straight down like an ordinary object, and is soon swallowed by the dark streets beneath the setting sun. Sayonara. Where are you going? To find Hoshiguma. If Tessa is dead, as you said, then I have to go and help Hoshiguma. She She's in the back alley of Nita Street. The one with that Chinese shrine. Huh? What are you hugging for? It's me. Neko-sama. Morichi turns around to see nothing. As though nothing was there to begin with, except for an orange-yellow glow of dusk. He turns his head to the front, and sees the nosy kami floating in the air in front. The Neko left because you rejected it. Does that surprise you? Then, why did you help me? It's not me who wanted to help you. The Star of our Shrine told me to help you if I have time. For all the Chikuwa offerings you made. The Neko could have done it itself. Thank you for the help. And pass on my thanks to that, Star. Don't expect to help you fight. I'm just pointing the way. After all, both of us have a score to settle with that bastard Mifunen. He's just pissed that all his stories were fake. Moriuchi-san. Did you come to help me? Or stop me? Help. Did you find your Kami-sama then? It's doing fine. Much better than I am. That has nothing to do with me, now that I've found it. Where's Momoka? Is she with you? I was about to go in and rescue her. Moriuchi. Is that Moriuchi? The TV. Moriuchi-san, Momoka told me your Odin's the best at Higashi. I want to try it. Once this is all over and done with. Who are you? Kami-Sarasa. We don't have time for introduction right now. Momoka, Kishisei, get closer to the mic. Time to make battle plans. Isuka's in for a big surprise.
挑戰我，
Alright.
你哋邊度嚟嘅自信啊？
That was a nice cutscene. We're gonna turn things around. Wait. How's this? Starting point. It's where you hear the spring say goodbye when you release the switch. Push enemies to the pit to earn points. Your units have greater reduced deployment time. We got a mini game?
行動開始。
Les coupables seront punis.
舉高手，唔準喐。
Oh my god.
Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario.
당신의 지시대로
Entendez ma voix. Entendez.
운명에 의한
Go
싸움이라면
away.
전혀 무의미하지는 않습니다.
Oh, I forgot to have the clone.
당신의 지시대로
好耐冇俾人命令過，
Okay.
有啲唔係好慣添。
Well, I can't exactly.
Oui, faites entendre vos voix. Chantez pour moi.
How do I push this guy off?
Je viens de l'ombre. Je suis avec vous.
당신의 지시대로
I just need Shaw.
消化を完了しました。いつでも撤収できます。
The chosen one medal. Holy crap, it's Metal Scar Radio. Okay. They had the perfect amplifier and different ideas. On the back of the empty chair being hit in the rhythm and heartbeat. Doesn't seem like you need to hit a certain score limit.
Les coupables.
你仲想走去邊度 ？You guys think you're worth my full strength?
Je suis avec vous.
I've been way slow, way too slow.
How do I get rid of this guy?
I've been waiting forever.
Les acteurs ne sont que les
Okay.
marionnettes d'un scénario. Je suis avec vous.
Wait, why Flint?
Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario. Je suis avec vous.
Probably doing something wrong here.
Oui, faites entendre vos voix. Chantez pour moi.
Oh, so this guy. How am I supposed to reach that? I need Shaw. Or you.
Don't you dare go down in one. I've been piercing through.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oui, faites entendre vos voix. Chantez pour moi.
虚中层次，勇猛手稿。 Cheers, Doctor. You're a solid commander.
Full circle. Play that was select fate. Scoring lights go at the same time. We can make that clash with the darkness. There's probably some like crazy optimization spreads for this.
Les coupables seront punis. Fondons-nous dans la nuit. Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario.
Whoa! What happened there?
Fondons-nous dans la nuit.
Wait, can you shift the ping pong? What? I'm confused. Okay,
Oui, faites entendre vos voix. Chantez pour moi.
oh, that's not a hole.
Fondons-nous dans la nuit. Je suis avec vous.
Wait, where am I,
Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario.
Oh, that score sucked.
C'est terminé. La victoire n'est pas douce, parce que le conflit a toujours un goût amer.
It's not a medal for those, right? Like we just started to score. No, there isn't. Alright, moving on. Cold Moonlight. Perhaps it's supposed to be cold and heartless through and through. Perhaps that home should never have existed in the first place. Oh, it's Momoka. Who is...
Reflected under city lights. Without a care or fears, how we live in life.
I really like this background.
Vibes right, I want it more. When it's over, forgot what I was running toward. I wanna chill with a familiar face. Get lost in their eyes without a trace. And contemplate if anyone can see me now. Sealed lips in a soul.
Getting up from the top of the TV tower, one can see fireworks rising in the night sky before falling gently and disappearing from sight. The fireworks show has not begun yet. This is simply the warm-up for the warm-up. The video gazes at his own reflection in the window, and that of the reforged Hanya behind him. Hanya, I finally have you after 20 years. Too late. Too late. What could you possibly do for me, other than act as witness to the ceremony in Tessai's place? As Ophidia gazes upon the reforged Hanya, he realizes that there are remnants of what seem to be straps of some sort of handle on the backside. The backside is untouched. A good shield, but nothing more. Mio! How long to the start of the ceremony? Around an hour. I'm going downstairs for some fresh air. Hoshiguma might crash the ceremony before you, son. So much the better. What do you mean? If she does, it will mean one of two things. Either she's been driven to madness, or she has somehow managed to stay calm after Tessai's death. On my turf, in front of my camera, and on television, however, she'll be nothing more than a crazed murderer. Nothing more than a footnote in the accession ceremony. A failure driven to madness. Even if I'm not a match for her, the one upstairs will take care of her. About Momoka. Getting soft-hearted? Well, we could certainly keep her around for a while longer, extract every last bit of value from her. We have plenty of ways to persuade her. But we have to leave that cliche alive, too, so that Momoka is not driven to despair. You haven't dealt with her yet, have you? No. Good. What about Tetsuya? Mio? He escaped. He what? Mifune's voice turned sinister in an instant. The truth. I let him go. Soft-hearted again. Yes. Is that all? That's all. I'm disappointing in you. I'm prepared to accept my punishment. It can wait. But the necessities that change in your responsibilities. You will face Hoshiguma if she does come. It's my duty. Don't be in such a hurry to say yes. You know what awaits if she shows up before me. You know what awaits if she shows up before me still living and breathing. Yes. Two ninjas will keep a constant eye on you. They'll try anything funny. Now I need to go get that fresh air. Make sure everyone is ready for the unexpected situations. The fireworks show won't start for a while. Let's walk around. No, darling. We should go straight to the site of the fireworks show on the other side of the river. They're saying on the intercity net that this area is not safe for now. Rumor has it that the Oyabun of the Kinseki guy is dead. Killed by an Aoni. The one in the Kaiden. Oh, that media mogul? What's his name? No, that's Mifune. It was Tessai who died. Huh? You know, I actually thought Mifune was the one who died, since he's always showing up in public. There's been rumors coming from the Kajimachi, plus the Northern Court spy that I'm talking about. Anyways, we should go over to the other side of the river. Kaiden, hot topics, manipulation of public opinion. It has become second nature to him. Who would have thought that all of the Kaiden of Mitsuke originated from Shimasu's attempt to blackmail him over the Diet candidate affair, only to end up slain by his sword? Shimasu's death needed to be covered up. The fledgling TV station needed relevance. The Diet member whom he was trying to butter up was waiting to see him prove his quality. So he linked Hoshiguma with Sawara the Silentius of Shinaki, and reported on the haunted house for a week. It was a smash success. The intensive reporting dispelled any suspicions the viewer had, and left behind plenty of room for him to clean up and misdirect. Relevance from the Kaiden became money. Money moved Diet members and shackled the police, made the Kinsekikai grovel before him, and rendered Tessai powerless to intervene. Everything summoned from there. The haunted house became the ideal place to dispose of people who got in the way. But the trick could not continue forever. Interest will fade, and revenue would decline, while tasting suspicion and the pressure of public opinion grew. When the last gangster who knew how the diet candidate diet was dealt with, he began to expand the scope of his channels with a kaiden. He could involve the kami or accidents, even a fabricated story that was sufficiently interesting and frightening. He too wondered why the people of Mitsuka were so obsessed with kaiden. They feared any potential danger in life, but they could not control their own curiosity. The prospect of danger seems to represent a fatal attraction. The TV station provided Kitsukikai with a constant source of income, funding the crystalline component industry, making someone whom Tetsai looked down on, but could not do without him. Meanwhile, to him, Tetsai was already nothing more than a... Oh, that's 2 leaks. Emergency. Oh, it's beginning. Emergency. Emergency. Oh, he holds his sword with his tail. It's kinda cool. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. What's going on? Earthquake? Mitsuka is under attack by the Northern Court. Repeat. Mitsuka is under attack by the Northern Court. For your own safety, please follow these instructions. What? A Northern Court invasion? If you're inside, close all doors and windows and wait for further instructions. If you're outside, go to the nearest shelter immediately. Shelter? Do we have those in Mitsuka? There used to be announcements, but now I have to look for the science. On the street and beyond, all of Mitsuka is suddenly filled with red lights, with the exception of the oblivious fireworks. The fear that was forgotten has been reawakened. Conflict between South and North. North and South has only increased since the Blood Peak campaign. Rapid economic growth caused the attention of the people to drift away from the gunfire on the border. Mitsuka and Kusarigawa continue to treat each other as potential adversaries, even after the 90s. The average folk have long since forgotten this possibility. This fear, which has been forgotten for many years but never truly left, seized the hearts of Mitsuka's people more powerfully than any kaiden. Mifune-san, what the blazes is going on? Someone hacked into the Kinseki channel's broadcasting network. They tampered with the backup emergency footage provided by the government and are rebroadcasting it all over the city. We're not sure how, but they managed to take over the networks of some of the other stations. Even our partners are affected. They're spamming our phone lines, thinking that we approved it. Mosh, what's going on? It's the diet. How's the infiltration going? Couldn't be better. Total chaos right now. High no difficulty breaching. Don't go too far, Sada-san. There might be unintended consequences to spreading fake news. Don't worry. I avoided crowded places like the fireworks show, and places like hospitals, schools, and old folks' homes, where people tend to have weak hearts. Also set a retroactive video to play after the warnings looped a few times, telling people that it was a mistake. That was the ceremony now with Momokari Kishe. Time for you to create more chaos, Oshiguman. Oh, Nick. Oshiguman walks in the opposite direction of the panicked crowd, towards the TV station. As Tadasa said, the broadcast is now changing to play the retraction video, and the crowd gradually begins to calm down. As Oshiguman walks, she wonders if she might see the reaction she hoped for from the crowd. It need not be an awakening or an awareness of vigilance, nothing so heavy. She just wants to see them shiver and remember what fear truly is, not just a little punctuation to spice up a happy life. Tarashi hears people excitedly repeating a single word. Kairan. Here we are. So little security. Looks like the station really has its hands full. The one horn only walks inside without hesitation, passing one by one. Passing by 1, 2, and 3 station staff without being noticed. Into the 4th. The Aoni. It's the Aoni. Call the Kitsekikai. A I suggest you make way while I'm still asking politely. No? They have her surrounded. They outnumber her many to one. Yet for some reason, there's a thought in all their minds that they cannot shake. She outmatches them. One against many. This is for your own good. Maybe some of you have heard about what the Aoni of Kinsekikai did 20 years ago, right here in Mitsuke. Even if we're no longer a clan family, even if your Oyabon killed Uncle Tessai, I don't want to fight you if I don't have to. Make way. I want to see Kimbe. Don't make me do this. You won't get away. The Kinsekikai never issued a notice of exposure or no contact to you. You're still part of the Kinsekikai, and to attack us is to attack your own family. Do you really believe that? No one answers. Oshiguma continues walking, almost nonchalantly. There's no sound of footsteps behind her, only a slight whoosh of something flying through the air. She does not even cast a glance at it, be it a knife or a flash drive, shuriken or just a handful of beans. None of that matters anymore. When you're throwing a knife, you really should throw it like you mean it. You might as well have been throwing roasted soybeans. Oni wa soto, toki wa uchi. That's the old saying? Only out, fortune in? Surrender, we could keep it at that. There's no bad blood between us. No bad blood? Maybe you're right, but back in my day we had a different slogan. We threw beans at Kajimachi. We said fortune out, only in. She draws her sword. The Yakuza who have been heard of the Oni instinctively take a step backwards. Only one of the younger members steps forward, seemingly oblivious to what he is reaching for, a chance of glory. To what he is risking. Alright then. No one saw what the one-horned Oni did. All they saw was a blue flash, and the young Yakuza fell to the ground, a bloody gash on his thigh. There's only one of her. Get her. We're the Kinsekikai. We're the strongest. Get her. We must not disappoint the Kinsekikai or Chairman Mifune. That's more like it. There were shores of striding Oni like the tide. The Oni takes a step forward, into the distance between her and the figure ahead, closest to a hair's breadth. Once again the blue light, but this time everyone sees the true nature of the Oni, no longer attempting to suppress her fury. Hoshiguma's blade moves through the air. Before long, there's no longer anyone standing in her way. The injuries are not fatal, but no one has the strength or the stomach to oppose her anymore. Only the one-horned Oni still stands tall. Sad. Some kick-ass time. Oh, it's Mio. Strikes twice and several attacks and next strikes twice. Higher damage.
準備好啦嘛？係咁，一切照計劃進行。
乖乖地戴住副手球，
Probably gonna be
我
pretty
會喺
easy.
審訊室認真咁聽你嘅犯罪動機。
Making a hitter. Oh, it busts off her. Oh god, I have no DP. Swire, you're messing me up.
百発百中。やばいのにちょっかい出しちゃったね。ずらかるよ。ほら、チャキチャキ足動かして。どうしても打開策がないのであれば、一番過酷な任務を私に任せてくれればいい。一番危険な戦場はどこだ？私が指示する。
Actually, she has her shields play animation. I can activate skill and attack meal here, but I want to see her attack.
お楽しみはまだまだこれからだよ。
Oh shit. I forgot about the blue box.
有序撤退，唔好令隊伍崩潰。
Whoops.
Minna, ついてきて。こっちに抜け道があるんだ。一番危険な戦場はどこだ？私が指示する。
行動。百発百中。你仲想走去邊度？我隨時後講。
Where are you going? Oh, I can still put someone here. Okay.
呢度係陳。
無事に帰ってこれたら勝ち。今から大切りってこれ刀じゃない。まあいいや。うりゃー。
I'm just going this way.
慌てるな。お前に用はない。うせろ。 慌てるな。
Oh lord.
私がいる。
Okay, unfortunate.
やばいのにちょっかい出しちゃったね。ずらかるよ。ほら、チャキチャキ足動かして。
I had to finish go down that road too. I know how to bring like 5 operators, but
盡量控制下佔用假期嘅時間啦。
嗱嗱聲搞掂佢哋。
一番危険な戦場はどこだ？私が指示する。私、目を大きく開けたままでいる努力はするから。
呢度係陳。
どうせ死ぬなら道連れにしてやる。お父さん、無理。200メートル先にお楽しみはまだまだこれからだよ。
ouch.
出撃前のどうせ死ぬなら道連れにしてやる。
呢度係陳。放低你嘅武器。
我
Oh yeah, here we go.
本気のだ功績に刻む戒名はもう決まったから
No action for no reason, just for the love of it.
我隨時合聲
Mission accomplished.
She managed a one-shot chance. She hits pretty hard. The TV station's in total chaos. Wow. Girl told me stories about the Northern Court Special Forces infiltrating Mitsuki in her youth. I didn't think much of it at the time. Thinking about it now, though, what we're seeing is just a fraction of what could really happen. What do you think about my surprise for Kimbe? I think it might be a little too big. Well, we should focus on our own tasks. Munishi-san has already infiltrated the TV station. We need to head to the ascension ceremony. There shouldn't be many people there at this time. We need to help out if there's any resistance. Gotcha. All that's left to do is to act. I'll lead the way. Climb up this vent. Follow me. I'm coming. Ooh. It's an ACG. It's so high. Don't worry, I've got a light. Hold my hand, I'll lead you on. I like her hair. Mika tries not to look down, but she could not help to keep herself from shaking. They are moving through the massive formation of a steel rebar. The darkness of night hangs above, while it is bright as day underneath their feet. The TV station staff, Yakuza, and Ninja form a picture of chaos beneath them. How are you doing, Kishe? Alright, good. You don't come up to this kind of place often? Who does? Are you a deserting ninja or something? No, I got used to this kind of place while hiding from ninjas. Hiding? That's not important. We're here. Huh, we got people down below. Momoko, jump over this gap and follow these pipes down to the stage. You should be able to stay out of their view. That far? I'll try. Momoko clenches her fist, her eye spikes forward, and kicks the ground hard. The steel structure suddenly starts moving. The platform beneath Momoka's feet begins to vibrate irregularly. Why did it start moving all of a sudden? I think I'm falling. Watch your head. What's going on? Whoa. She fell. We're going down too, Sarasa. Yahoo! Are you alright, Momoka? I'm alright, hanging in there. Get on the stage. I'll get the console. Start once the lights come on. I can't wait for Momoka's show. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Mio-san. Momoka. You come to stop me, haven't you? Yes. Why? For the Kitsukikai. I know what you're going to say. That will ruin the Kitsukikai. Mio-san, why don't you give me a show at the door of the TV station? You should go now, according to Movie-san's instructions. Hoshigumi showed up for her. But Mifune-san... The other one watching me. I know you're there. Go to Mifune-san that Hoshigumi will definitely come, and I'll be waiting for her here. Now, Momoka, Kishi-san, and the girl hiding behind the console, whose name I do not know. I suggest you stay put until Hoshiguma shows up. Your grievances against Mifune-san and the Kitsukikai are certainly legitimate, but this place is also home to me and to many others. I can't let you destroy it. She's bluffing, Momoka. The black ethereal hand suddenly appears in front of Kishi's neck. She instinctively takes a step back and pulls the trigger. The ethereal hand shreds the bead-shaped grenade. The lights go out, and the stage darkens, illuminated only by a faint light in the direction of the console. Mia walks towards the light, sword in one hand, tattoo in the other. That's right, I'm here. Come on now. Flashbang! One of the spotlight settings turns on, shining straight into Mio's eyes. Then another and another and another. Then they all turn off at the same time. Mio's hesitation lasts only an instant. She takes a moment to collect herself, then charges at the console. There are blind spots. Bang! A floating spotlight narrowly misses Mio's head. By the time she turns her gaze back to the control console, there is no longer anyone there. While Mio is occupied with the console, Kishisei, Momoka, and Sada-san begin running towards the side stage exit. She's locked the door. Let's try another. The lights are no longer under your control. Resistance is futile. You think so? Sarasa closes her eyes and reaches her lamp-shaped staff. Mio's pace quickens. Suddenly, the tip of the staff emits a blinding light, and the spotlights above the stage turn off again. Not just the spotlights. All the lights that remains on the stage is trapped in the liquid bouncing at the tip of the staff. She can bend light? Lights out, Ice Queen. That's kinda cool. And even the last glimmer of light is utterly consumed. Sarasa, let me sleep. I'm so tired. What do we do? I can hear Miusa's footsteps. She's coming. Let's try the other side of the stage. Maybe the door that was to be unlocked. No, it's too far. She'll find us. This is where we fell, isn't it? Can we go back the way we came? The vents. Kisha put Sadasai in her bag and was about to move when they hear Mio's voice coming from the center stage. Don't bother, I can hear you. What do we do? It's all or nothing, I'll deal with her. Suddenly, she hears the sound of knocking behind her. Is it locked? I guess I'll have to do this the hard way. Get out of the way. A massive crash and the door swings open, bringing light from beyond. The next instant, as though answering the call of the light coming in from the door, bright orbs of light float up from Sarasa's staff and go back to where they came from. Sarasa. I thought I would get to sleep for a little longer. There will be no light here as long as I'm still asleep. Oh, she has to be asleep to do that? Interesting. Sarasa yawns and the spotlights above flicker. That's kind of a cool power. Mio does not move from her position, so Sarasa begins walking towards the console. Momoka follows hesitantly, but Mio remains in place. Aren't you going to stop them? No, your blade is drawn. My duty is not to deal with them. I thought your minions have what it takes to beat Kishira and Sarasa. In that case, there's nothing I could do. What about Mifune? I don't care. You. Our battle has nothing to do with him. The last TV station is back online, Detective Koruto. I hear you. The guy sent to the fireworks show wants to know what to do. The citizens are still uneasy after that scare. Any risk of a stampede or other serious accident? Minimal. The situation is very much within expected parameters. Then the show will go on. Mifune likes excitement. We'll give him excitement. We're getting calls from citizens asking what happened. What do you think? What do you think I think? Tell them we're investigating. Kiseka Station is, of course, responsible for the erroneous announcement of a Northern Court invasion, and we're taking this very seriously. Detective Corey 2, you have a visitor. Who? Kohei Mifune? Detective Corey 2. If it wasn't Mifune, I thought it would have been his diet friend paying a personal visit. Making insinuations would do you no favors for your career. Besides, you overestimate your own importance. Try to take that as admission? I've come to warn you. The police must bear responsibility for the chaos on our Coronita Street tonight. We do not wish to see the chaos spread any further. Bear responsibility, eh? Oh dear, I think I just peed my pants. Watch your attitude. You still have a chance to settle this matter peacefully. Do I? Pray enlighten me. Cancel all events scheduled for tonight. Focus your forces on restoring order at Kitsuka Station and begin to search for those responsible. Such as? The number one suspect is, I'm sure, Kohei Mifune, considering that it was his station that broadcast that. Your men are not allowed to touch him. Have a nice day. If you refuse to obey orders, you may go once again. You have signed this resignation. But you may go once you have signed this resignation. Feel free to discuss any concerns with your supervisor. Wow, I still have a chance to turn back. It's too late for that. Like you said, it's too late for that. The detective reaches out with his foot. He trips the visitor, takes the piece of paper with the name of the detective supervisor on it, and tears it to pieces. Oh my, I didn't expect it to fall like that. I thought a diet friend would have been a tougher secretary. How dare you? Go tell your boss that the police are here to protect his bloody life, not his bloody money. If you really think someone's after his life, he can come personally to the station and file a report, and we'll take it into consideration. Now get lost. White sword, black gloves, white hand, black sword, white tantu, black ethereal hand. It is a dizzying exchange of black and white. Contrary to the impression she gives, the Liberty sword plays overwhelmingly aggressive, with only attacks, feints, and more attacks, and not the slightest attention paid to defense. The moves of the Wonder Oni, on the other hand, are almost staggeringly basic. Dodge, parry, backstep, sidestep. 12. You just block 12 attacks in quick succession. Why don't you fight back? Are you still afraid of your sword? If I was, I wouldn't have left its sheath to begin with. You, on the other hand, look out polite and cultured, but your moves are pure aggression and ferocity. That's not Kibe's style. My sword has nothing to do with him. Then why do you give your life for him? Since when have I given my life for him? Stop fooling yourself. Hoshiguma takes a deliberate look around. He's chasing the explosions everywhere with her grenades, while the stage equipment has turned into a giant monster under Sadas's control. With Momoka doing an impressive job of not getting caught, the trio is more than holding their own. There's only one aspect to do in their battle plan. The only thing I'm trying to protect is the Kise Kikai. And Kibe has to lead it? The Kise Kikai is a place where the dregs of society can survive. Those who have nowhere else to go. And Tensei couldn't give you that? No. You can keep parrying, but you'll eventually show an opening. Finally, you're attacking. Before our eyes. All I got was the edge of your clothes. There's blue fire burning around you. Is that your arts? Blue fire? You're right, I didn't notice. Back to the question. What is it that Tensei couldn't give you, but Kibe can? Tensei could not even protect himself. Hoshiguma thrusts. The attack is simple, but the plates upon the sword force Bio to leap backwards. That's not what I wanted to hear. Your flames are burning even fiercer. Tell me, why couldn't Tensei give you what you wanted? because Sensei couldn't protect himself. Mitsuki didn't need him, nor did it need a Mio working on the test site. You, a silent, ragged orphan who only fights tooth and nail when someone steps on her, is a subject of scorn. An equally silent, well-dressed assistant who only draws her sword when the company's interests are compromised is a subject of admiration. Admiration. I thought you came from some normal martial family falling on hard times. Huh. Tensei wanted to give Drex a society like us a home, and so he's dead. Mifune knows we don't deserve a home, and so he lives on. Is that how Mitsuki judges the Kinsekikai? Always has. Hoshigumi is almost completely engulfed in the azure flame. The liberating wonders of the flames will consume the Oni before it consumes her. The revenge of the flame will consume the Oni before it consumes her. You are angry. Were you angry like this too, 20 years ago? Does that matter? You know what's cool? If Hyulan was an Oni, it means we're seeing the same like azure flames that Amiya had, basically. When she summoned her sword in her guard form. So that's a pretty neat connection there. Must be something like Oni related. Does that matter? If Winston wants you to lose your reason, as you did 20 years ago, he believes it will turn you into a crazed beast, one that everyone will be eager to put down. You know this is what he wants, and so you suppress yourself, which is why you didn't draw your sword the last time. Huh. Are you inviting me to give in to anger? Complete the mission your master assigned. It's not what I want. I would have no issue with it. It would be a shame, that's all. Why? A perfect opponent who can never stand before me in perfect condition, forced to either suppress herself or lose control entirely. Oh, that's all. Take this. Mia once again prepares to attack. 3 hands, 3 swords, a posture seemingly without form or order, but ready to pounce on any weakness. Catch. Who's there? This is crazy heavy. You know how hard it was to get out of Kinbei's room, even with all the chaos in the TV station? Catch. Oh, the sword. I mean the shield. Hanya. When Uchi swings his entire body to throw Hanya in the direction of the standoff. Now Hoshi is complete. Mia's ethereal hand is first to catch Hanya's handle, but Hoshiguma leaves and spins 180 degrees like she is dancing, forcing the ethereal hand to loosen its grip, allowing her to take Hanya's handle. Suppress or lose control. It won't happen, with or without Hanya. Hoshiguma tightens her grip around the ribbon on her sword. Hanya's an old friend after all. Maybe he had a chance just now. but not any longer. Rage. The rage that seemed compressed around Hoshiguma now spreads outwards, burning on her arms, her shield, and her sword. Hoshiguma takes a step forward, and the flames of rage almost catch the hem of Mio's clothing. Yay! Oh, that's a sick CG. I'm gonna make that into a wallpaper. Good. It's good enough for me to know that you won't lose control. Hoshiguma faces off against black and white, hands human and not, swords long and short. Delivery shows no fear. The edges of her mouth angle ever so slightly upwards. Any last words? Be kind to the Kinsei Kikai. Be kind to Momoka. My conscience is clear on all other matters except her. I remember. What about Kimbe? Any last words about him you want to say? Him? Is there any need to talk about him here and now? Ha, good point. Hoshiguma shifts her posture to one that makes it easier to unleash her power. The blue flames continue to burn intermittently around her. The face of Hanya glares with wide open eyes on the face of the shield. The edge of the sorcerer is ready to seep blue blood. Is this Hanya? Yes, this is Hanya. Your swords are worthy of you. They took the full brunt of Hanya and survived. You can pick them up and we'll continue. There's no need. You made your strength clear. There's no point trying to fight you anymore. I must prepare. For what? For the aftermath. For a Kitsukikai without Mifune-san. How's things on Momoka's side, Moriochi? Are they okay? Or are they ready? Just waiting for you to finish fighting. Sarasa? Aye aye, sir. Momoka? Momoka stands in the middle of the stage with the spotlight on her. Kishi has done her best to clear a space, though there are still a few Yakuza lying on the ground near her. I'm ready to begin. Alright then. Kiseka Station's biggest program of the night begins now.
戦場の確認は不要だ。敵の末路は全て把握しているからな。
Tell me, tell me. Thorn River. I think this is the last stage. Yeah. The water will wash everything away, but the ways things were before will live on in memory. One blue box, okay.
Without a care or fears, how we live in life. Though the vibe's right, I want it more. When it's over, forgot what I was running toward. I wanna chill with a familiar face. Get lost in their eyes.
I will raise Vanguard guy, but I'm waiting for a level 80 voucher.
Contemplate if anyone can see me now. Sealed lips, inner soul screaming out. To get back to my roots and find some fertile ground. But I'm the seed that grew when concrete was all around.
Where do I can hold that with the squad?
Streets ain't forgiving, and they don't nurture much. Sure as rain falls, I rise and shine till I burn with touch. Head in the clouds, dreaming of clearer skies. Fins out of water, by the riverside. Close to home, but it feel out of reach. But all along, it's inside of me.
An exquisite arrangement.
I'm gonna eat two of them, but I'm not gonna
able
look
to
them.
put it to use in my side hustles.
You're Higashi. You can speak Japanese.
あとはこの書類をおおきにドクターの役に立ってるんなら嬉しいわ バイトいろいろやってきたのも無駄じゃなかったよな。綺麗な配置やな。バイトで使えそうだ。
Need 7 of these.
No matter where I go, I can return again. Show restraint. When you're shining in the rain. Damn streets, neon lights. Reflecting all my inner lights. Shed light, what's on your mind?
Of course I don't have this.
よく休めましたか、ドクター。
Tell me, ba 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 da ba da ba. Oops.
Oh? まだ昇進？しかも俺？なあ、ウタ。ここは身内しかおらんから正直に教えてや。俺に一体何をやってほしい？先に言うとくけど、北院の機密を探れとか言われても無理やからな。
Okay, what's that?
はいはい。みんなまとめてね。
What about eating him? But I'm gonna wait till about you in the shop.
喧嘩は苦手なんだよな。情報集めやったらなんぼでもやったるけど。
任務があるのか？このところ書類仕事ばかりだったから、確かにそろそろ体を動かす頃合いだ。
I wonder if I could 3-team this. 14. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I can, but I'll try it. Yes, it's me. I just came back from our diet friend's place. Where's Hoshiguma? The venue. What about Mio? Has she dealt with them? No, she left. That traitor. What about the network? Did you record what's going on inside? What about Hoshiguma? Damn it, get the editors on it now and make the footage of her fight with Mio look like she completely lost control. What do you mean there's no time? Hacking? Hijack network? Can't deal with it. What good are you? Cut the signal if you can't deal with it. The power supply too. The only thing left to air tonight is the apology. Who cares when the signal goes out? We can't have someone babbling on my channel. Hello? Hello? Chicso. Lost the signal. You idiot. You demand I come over and give a personal explanation that just gives my enemies a chance to strike. Excuse me. Everything's got to hell while I was humoring that bastard. Even Hanya is gone. Calm down. Clean up the mess and start over. It'll be alright. It's not the first time. First, go to the menu and stop those insects. Dai has given the nod on Hochiguma. All the steps is to clean up public opinion. Tetsuya. Oh, he's pissed. Come to cause trouble with your dear Hoshiguma Aniki, have you? Hoshiguma? Oh my goodness. Should I compliment you for your bravery, or your adorable stupidity? Look at how beat up you are. Seems like my men were still playing with you, not knowing that you no longer had any use. Who did you grab this real sword from? Tell me, and I'll return it to him before he gets angry. Hinbei, you. Me. I don't have time to play with you, Tetsuya. Your father may have taught you the basics of swordsmanship when you were little, but we have a long way to go before you're ready to use it in a real fight. A father and son who got turned against each other by a mask. How much do you think you actually understand? How much do you think you actually understood about the swordplay that he taught you? Turned against? Yes, turned against each other. I've said all I needed to say. Now get lost before I change my mind and reunite you with Sesai. You're the one who should be reunited with my father. Deep breath. I know. Countless people are watching me. I must tell them the truth. But does it mean anything? They love Momoka Hanyu. They love to watch her panic at all the kaidan that seem to orbit around her. They love to watch me get scared, not speak the truth, and certainly not the real me. Yes, I'm afraid of even that. I'm a coward. Being afraid is the biggest common denominator between Haruka Shino and Momoka Hanyu. Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Momoka Hanyu, the girl who's so afraid of kaidan, but who just couldn't seem to get away from them. I'm sorry for disturbing you all after the big accident that just occurred on there. Momochi? Did she go missing? How did she suddenly pop up like that? Was that emergency broadcast really a kaidan? Is she caught in the middle of a kaidan, looking for help from us? As you can see, I'm standing here before you. Strange things seem to happen to me all the time. That's how kaidan are. They appear without warning and disappear the same way. But what if I told you that all the kaidan were fake from the very beginning? Momoka, Kitsiki Channel is really throwing money into her, pulling that disappearing act. What's the kaidan this time? She said they're fake. What? Is she out of her mind? Does she think we're all stupid? Aren't kaidan all around us all the time? That's what she said. Don't ask me. Watch her yourself. What if I told you that, with the exception of a handful of kaidan associated with the kami, all the shows that I've been on, all the kaidan that I experienced, all of them are fabricated? I'm not talking about hypotheticals. I'm talking about true lies. Kiseki Station and the Kiseki Talent Agency deceived you, and I unknowingly became their accomplice. I'm sorry. I won't make any excuses for deceiving you. I'll accept any criticism. Whoa. Random new sprite out of nowhere. I told you, no TV tonight. My classmate told me they're airing something really, they're airing something really amazing. Look, the kaidan lady spills the beans on fake kaidan. I've been a part of countless lives. For example, the original kaidan, the family homely Ano-Oni of the Kinsekikai in Kajimachi that killed its residents. It was no paranormal activity, just actual murder. I now accuse Kohei Mifune, president of the Kinseki Channel and the Kinseki Talent Agency, and the de facto leader of the Kinsekikai Yakuza Syndicate, of being the mastermind behind all this. She's putting it all out there. Without any evidence, he suspected me of being in league with his political opponent, Tensai, and plotted to infect me with oripathy, when I knew nothing of any of it. the Aoni of Kisekikai, was exiled from Isuke after taking the fall for his crimes many years ago. She was framed for my kidnapping when in fact she had saved my life. When I accidentally stumbled upon the truth behind the Kairen, he wanted to silence me, spreading rumors that I was retiring. The Tituk Kuritu upstairs is absolutely fuming. This is the 8th time they're ordering us to cut the signal. What do we do with the last 7 orders? Nothing. You've got it. I know you've been not happy about me saying that things will get better. I stopped believing in myself at some point. Whatever happens tonight is on me. Let there be one night when the police don't have to grovel to anyone. It's my parting gift to you. This is what I needed to tell you tonight. Next, there's something else that I want to tell you about myself. I know a lot of people think I'm overreacting in the shows. They think I'm being dramatic on purpose. What I want to tell you is that fear has been a constant in Momoka Haru's entire life. Partly, it's because I was told too many horror stories when I was little, but the more important reason is that I grew up in Gokawa, the city infamous for its polluted water. There, fear is not about serial killers roaming the streets at night, unicycles that bring misfortune, or elevators to hell. It is about watching your loved ones becoming bedridden all of a sudden, falling while walking on flat ground, and losing the feeling in their hands. It all happens so naturally, so gradually, and it's too late by the time you realize it. Oh. I was one of the lucky ones. I came to Mitsuke to be bathed in people's attention, be it adoring, judging, or scornful. My fear was no longer about pain, illness, and death. It was about viewer ratings, losing fans, pressure from the agency, and fabricating Kairen. It's just such a luxury to fear those things, now that my life is once again under threat. Isn't it a sort of happiness to be afraid of Kairen? We don't need to face true danger. We lie on our beds, screaming at stories we don't know if they're true, and satisfy ourselves with the sensation of our nerves tightening and relaxing again. But I'm afraid I can never enjoy it the same way again. This luxury was lost to me forever when I learned that the Kairen that used to scare me were lies, manifestations of greed, murders, and cover-ups. From this day forth, Kairen shall no longer be part of Momoka Haru's life. I hereby announce that I am leaving the Kinseki Talent Agency and disassociating myself from all the Kinseki affiliates. Find your true freedom. Tetsuya is lying on the ground next to Mifune, wounded but alive. It is not that the video intended to spare him. Indeed, Mifune wanted to put an end to this quickly many times, only to be forced back by the suicidal attacks of the young Oni, who seemed to be intentionally aiming himself at the tip of Mifune's sword, just to find a chance to take Mifune down with him. Momoka's speech coming through the screen beside him only served as a further distraction, and his trembling hands repeatedly missed her mark. Even as Mifune changed his goal from killing to incapitation, and then to simply shaking off this maniac in order to deal with the fallout, Tetsuya kept getting up from the ground in spite of all his injuries. Meanwhile, Momoka's speech is drawing to a close. I will continue to walk the performer's path as long as I live. I want to bring hopes to others, to those plagued by fear, that there is someone who was once just like you, someone who knows how you feel. She will sing your story, act your story. She will do all that she can, so that your voices will not fade into darkness. Momoka wiped a drop of sweat from her brow. Wow, I really said a lot, didn't I? You know, I'm starting to get cold feet now after having said all that. I'm really timid after all. Maybe the Kaiden aren't the only lives in our lives. Maybe there are countless more lives like theirs, and the prosperity that we enjoy is built upon these lies. What is that bitch babbling about? She doesn't know that everything is built upon faith. She doesn't know that if panic spreads. But this is our life, and it will continue until the end arrives, if it arrives. Even if it is built upon lies, upon bubbles that might shatter tomorrow, it's still our life. A life that I have learned to love. Besides, even if a life like this is destined to disappear someday, it's beautiful, isn't it? An instant of beauty will be the warmth that stays with us through the cold night, even after everything else falls apart, as long as we keep it in our hearts. That's all I want to say. This has been Momoka Hanyu. My apologies for taking up your valuable time. Perhaps, no, we will meet again. There's no longer any possibility of turning the tables. The video stares blankly at the figure on the screen. Ah, I love it. Oh, you got up again. Shall we continue? The bitch is done babbling. You can try to take your revenge for your pup now, again. The young Oni sets his unsteady feet. The Fili has collected himself and identifies an opening that will let him put his sword straight through the ribs of the Oni when he makes his move. But the Oni does not move. Are you scared? No. But even a fool like me can tell that you're finished. Tetsuya turns around. Mifune's face is ghostly pale, but he does not make a move. I'm showing my back to you. Are you going to kill me? Not in the mood. There are plenty of other people I want to kill first. I can find you when they're all dead. Oh, and one more thing. Before he stares at Tetsuya's back, suddenly he bursts out a sentence that even he himself isn't sure why he says it. The words that I said to your father, they were actually for you. Tetsuya cannot tell these words are meant to provoke or to accomplish something else. He turns to cast one glare at Mifune with bloodshot eyes, before leaving with unsteady steps. Phew. Everything feels so surreal, like a dream. After finishing her speech, she fainted on stage out of excitement. Everything that happened next was like a blur. In any case, Hoshiguma went upstairs, while Moriichi, Kishe, and Sarasa took her downstairs. She seems to remember fighting in explosions, but it all feels so far away. Imagine getting all that off your chest. Where are we? Kishisei, Moriichi-san, Sarasa. Why is Sarasa on the ground? She's asleep? She fell asleep at the TV station too. Does she get tired easily? No time for this. It's my turn to carry her now. Where are you, Momoka? Where's Sarasa? Did you get lost in the alleys? I'm... Gotcha. I got her on my own. I might get promoted for this. You think I had duct tape on me? She's a singer. Who knows how she can eat when she hollers? I dreamed about ninjutsu items before I became a ninja, but it's only the veterans who get to use the good stuff, while all I have is trash. Gotta report this upstairs. Ah, I forgot to search my terminal so I could enjoy an afternoon of peace and quiet in one of the coffee shops in the alleys. The disc just falls into my hands just like that. It's definitely my lucky day. Where's my Originium circuit? Hayuro gun. That was that. Then just takes out the thing. A spherical Originium appliance with a long wire attached to it, which it connects to the depleted terminal. It's charging so slowly. What, like a power bank? Okay, how about I pull that tape off your mouth and you sing a song or two for me? Well, it's not like I would do it, even if you nodded. Did you know? We were looking for you everywhere when you ran away on that motorbike last night. I was the one who searched your house. Boy, was that a creepy place. Big idol like you. I thought you'd be living in a mansion or something. But you didn't have anything worth shit. Oh, I see the one who cut the plant. What's with the collection of garbage by your window anyways? Some kind of weird obsession? Say that again? The tape came loose. I thought I put it on right. Who cares? Just for a little idol. I tell you, not only did I have to check all that weird garbage you had by the window one by one, I also trimmed that dying plant for you. You cut Haruka? Haruka? Oh, that tree probably was barely even a weed. Yeah, I did it. What about it? How did you even take care of it? I have no idea. Because these were all yellow and brittle. No way it was gonna live. So I put it out of its misery. It was a kindness. I've grown flowers before, and it takes patience and endless love and care. You understand? Someone like you. Hey. How did you get up? What kind of crappy duct tape was that? I see. You must know some more arts. You're Aegir. So I guess it's about water. That's it, of course. No wonder the tape will come loose. But didn't the vet say that only the affected could use arts without a unit? That's weird. You could have broken the tape with brute force, could you? Nah, of course not. I know you ever lifted it heavier than an apple. Must be arts, definitely. So what are you going to do? Spray water in my face? The noise ninja taunts Momoka, but he keeps his gaze fixed on her eyes. A cornered beast will fight back, and the same is true for the girl in front of him. What kind of arts would she use? Mist? A high-pressure jet? Acid spray even? She's gonna whack you. He was letting his guard down because he's facing an idol with no combat experience. Or just because. It is unlikely that her arts will be practically powerful, and there will be little movement from her microphone-shaped arts unit when she casts. Let it stay focused on her eyes. Her eyes will betray all that she is thinking. For example, murder is intent. Foolish girl, not knowing her place. But that is all. Observe her eyes and analyze her intent. Be it the timing of casting, direction, or... Why is there no intent other than murder? Before he can react, the ninja feels a dual thud on his head. What, you hit me in the head with your mic? What kind of art says... Murder! Beast! Heartless devil! This is for Haruka. Wait, calm down. No, I will not. It wasn't dead yet. How could you? How could you cut my Haruka? Momoka babbles her incoherently vengeful fury, a far cry from the image that she presented on stage just moments ago. Her microphone finds the ninja again and again, striking with a fury that even hell does not know. Stop, no. I will kill you, you bastard. I will beat this heartless monster to death. Momoka, what are you doing? I'm killing the bastard who killed my Haruka. I'll rip him from limb to limb. So you're fine? I'm fine, I'm very fine. I'm gonna beat this asshole into a pulp. Momoka, calm down, you're not worth it. We gotta get out of here. The rain of blows finally comes to an end, as footsteps fade into the distance. The other one must have belonged to Kishe, the one who was Momoka. Yes, it was Kishe who took Momoka away. It must be her. Thank you, Kishe. You're my lucky star. The noise ninja gives Kishe his most sincere gratitude before passing out. Not that he is in any condition to verbalize it. But she got her justice. I've been waiting for you. No one could stop you, even after all these years. Quit posturing. Your men have already scattered. I should ride on in here. What business does the Aoni of Kitakikai have with a man who's already finished? If you care to take revenge for yourself at Tensai, all you need to do is draw your sword. Hoshiguma shakes her head. Your crimes have been exposed on your own TV station. Your diet member upstairs won't help you now, no matter how much bribe money he got from you. How he may try to cover up his ill-gotten gains is none of my business. It's enough for me that justice will be served for the people that you actually killed. You almost sound like a cop. She is a cop. Yeah, I've been working for the London police force. Are you serious? Yes, I am. Oh, he didn't know that? I want to laugh, but I'm not quite in the mood tonight. I thought the LGD was just a gimmick. I only came to do what I should have done when I took that step 20 years ago. I came to cut my last ties to Higashi. And how do you intend to do that? You can't cut yourself off from your past. Karma and fate will always follow you. You can put them in chains, lock them in boxes, but they will escape when they're least prepared and tear everything into pieces. The only thing you can cut is my throat. And there'll be nothing more than a formality if you did so. Nothing more than venting your anger. Yeah, formality. There's nothing I want from you or Mitsuke. All I want is a formality. A letter of excommunication. So all the Mitsuke and Hoshiguma no longer has anything to do with the Mitsuke, the Kisekikai, or the Aoni Kairen. The tall video blinks, then begins laughing wryly. I see Lemon has indeed turned you into a cop. Through and through. But I refuse. We have a better way of disassociating someone. Cross swords with me. Rebel against the Oyabun of the Kitsukikai. And there will be no room left for the Kitsukikai to treat you as one of us, no matter which one of us falls. Do we really have to do this? This is the true meaning of finishing unfinished business for 20 years ago. It's just... When he cuts a glass around this office. I rather like this place. It would be a shame if a mess was made of it. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go somewhere empty. Where? Kajimachi. You raised it to the ground. Our memories remain, don't they? You one twisted bastard. Let's go. Maybe we'll catch the end of the fireworks show. Oh, battle time. Alright, what's your gimmick?
俺は情報屋であって何でもやっちゃうねんから喧嘩は
Oh wait, hold on.
しゃあないなドクターがそこまで言うならちょいと1000人ほど乗せてきたのかね
Hold on real quick. Alright. Oh no, I didn't do his skill too.
お引き取りしてもらおうか
Oh, he spawns on there. Good move when his sword speaks not of honor or loyalty. Only the such to cut away all obstacles in the way of pride. He himself is destined to become a nameless bubble within before the end.
一番危険な戦場はどこだ私が死守する慌てるな宝石に刻む戒名はもう決まったから弾は入ってるよしイベントにたくさん出てきたけどこんなカオス見たことないよ
That's a lot of health.
慌てるな私がいる
毎度1階のお座敷
Kinda fucked because this guy's gonna jump and
無茶言わんといてや社長さん
いいのさアイドルのイメージ今そんなのどうでもいい
Oh, he just went past me.
本気を出す時か。焦る必要はない。私がいる限り何人も近づけはしないからな。ではまた後ほど。
Can you not block him? None. I guess because his HP drops, so he definitely want arts.
Reflected under city lights. Without a care or fears, how we live in life.
Okay.
Though the vibe's right, I want it more. When it's over, forgot what I was running toward. I wanna chill with a familiar face. Get lost in their eyes.
唔俾我做隊長啊？
And contemplate
冇問
if
題。
anyone can see me now. Sealed lips, inner soul screaming out. You get back to my roots and find some fertile ground. But I'm the seed that grew when concrete was all around. These streets ain't forgiving.
全體人員做好戰鬥準備。
俺の番せかさんといてや。この手じっくり考えたいね。
私目を大きく開けたままでいる努力。
やんちゃなお客さんはお客さんとちゃうから。お引き取りしてもらおうか。
本気を宝石に刻む戒名はもう決まったか。出撃アイドルのイメージ。今そんなのどうでもいい。
行動。有咩違法嘅講開始，已經出。
毎度一回のお座敷。
Oh, oh goodness.
我隨時候命。
来い来い。
What is this dude up there?
一番厄介な敵はどれだ？私が相手をしてやろう。慌てるな、お前に用はない。うせろ。
What's this? Zan. The point of this was going to tell units within range.
慌てるな、私がいる。
Oh, Mio's here.
行動。呢度係查。
好耐冇俾人命令過，有啲唔係好慣添。
みんなで楽しく腹札しとんのに、なんでいつも邪魔者が来るんやろな。
お楽しみはまだまだこれからだよ。
やんちゃなお客さんはお客さんとちゃうから。お引き取りしてもらおうか。
一番厄介。
好大力武器。
慌てるな、ひるんではいない。少しは骨があるよ。 所詮そこまでだね。
やんちゃなお客さんはお客さんとちゃう。お引き取りしてもらおうか。
我隨時放低你嘅武器。
Cool. Really easy, actually. No, Madam Oni. I can't let you go any further. I have to save him. Madam Oni. There's no time. I want to say it once more. Get out of my way. Are you really Madam Oni? Is there any humanity left in you? Why? Why wouldn't I be Madam Oni? Chuji is dead. You killed him. Shuji? You're not Madam Oni anymore. You're just an Oni. A vicious Oni, even. You would kill the brother you drank at the same table with, and you wouldn't even hesitate, as long as we're in your way. Will you kill me too, vicious Oni? Out of the way, Kotaru. I can't turn back. I must stop Kinbei no matter what. Vicious Oni. She instinctively raises her sword, pointing it in front of her. The man charges towards her, but the sword goes to his chest, as though he was intentionally impaled himself upon it. Did he do it on purpose? Or did she parry his blade? Then, Vicious Oni. Go to hell. Vicious Oni. Am I a Vicious Oni? Oni. Whoa. That's a 6 CG. Blood fills her eyes, blinding her. She will cut down anyone who charges at her. She will strike back at any weapons that strike at her. More cries, the sound of weapons cutting through the night. This combobulated sound that bled into a single lump in her chest, beating with her heart, pulsing. Until it fully synchronizes with her heartbeat, drowning out all other sounds. In the bloody haze, the vicious Oni keeps walking and killing, leaving behind a trail of blood and bodies, until she reaches the run-down shack and kicks the door open. There's no sound there. The vicious Oni stands at the door, cocking her head, as though she is listening for some kind of sound coming from hell that humans cannot hear, until she hears a trembling voice. Dead. Who's dead? The diet candidate is dead. The diet candidate is dead. The cries fade. The sound of weapons cutting through air fades. The sound of heartbeat fades. All the sounds grow distant and fade. Only the voices from hell echo ear by ear, clearer than ever. Oni. Vicious Oni. Go to hell. This place. I picked this empty lot by the riverbank, rather than those ruins along the way, so you won't be distracted by the memories. You'll need to thank me. Good timing too, the fireworks show isn't over yet. What, getting cold feet now? No. I just want to clear everything up before we started fighting. What else isn't clear? Only one thing. Where did your hatred come from? I ran into Tetsuya at the TV station and heard from him what happened when Uncle Tessai died. You didn't have to be so cruel. I don't know how he treated you all these years, but he must have not seen you as an adversary if you go as far as to turn him into a figurehead. Besides, I didn't think I did you any wrong. When I came back to Mitsuke, all I wanted was to make sure that my sacrifice wasn't meaningless. Sacrifice? That's why you make me sick, you and Tessai. You're a fool. And he's an even bigger fool. Even if you really did accidentally kill the candidate, did you think he wouldn't know how to frame me for it, since I was there too? He favored you. So I kept waiting for the day when he would make me take responsibility for the murder. It would have been the best result. He would protect his favorite, while eliminating a subordinate who had been going over his head. As for that little thing about killing one's brothers, What does it matter? You will be foolish enough to speak up, with Hanya in your hand and his support behind you. But he chose to cut ties with his favorite, choosing honor over family. How sickening. Did he really not know that the Oyabun of the Kitsukikai was the furthest thing from honor, or did he just pretend not to know? Honor is a personal thing. When a group of people start acting in the name of honor, they'll either fall apart or they'll just dregs of society fooling themselves. Tensai always liked to boast, talking about how the Yakuza were pathetic outcasts that could only live under the protection of the syndicate. Retired veterans, hoodlums, gamblers, peddlers, orphans, Tensai united them under the banner of Kitsukikai, hoping they would love each other like family. Forget everything before that night for a moment, and let's just talk about what happened after the diet candidates' deaths. Shimasu tried to blackmail me, Goda tried to undermine me, and Senguchi tried to exclude me as the one excluded. She didn't exclude me as he once excluded you. Family. Nothing more than old Tensai's pipe dream. Besides, it's anything more than just an excuse for one's failure to fit into society. What do you say, Officer Hoshiguma? If what he said was true, then what are you, and what am I? If this is your idea of fitting into society, I'm glad I was the one who took responsibility. Finally, you're making sense, Officer Hoshiguma. You have no idea how lucky you are. You took responsibility and left. I chose silence instead, cleaning up the mess that you and the Tensai left behind. While the public up in arms with the Yakuza killing a diet candidate, then spend money, build industries, and tread on your own dignity to butter up rural diet members. Getting hit by TV reports, build your own media to criticize the industry, and change the image of the Yakuza. People started to have designs on your burgeoning industry. Set your pride aside and cling to the people who have the most use of you. Run into someone you can't soothe over, there's no choice, eliminate them. And you're complaining about it. Didn't you choose it yourself? Yes, I chose it. I let my own weakness shut my own mouth that night. You chose the twisted path of shame and guilty conscience. Guilty conscience? Don't make me laugh, Officer Hoshiguma. The path I chose showed how incompetent Tensai was, how hypocritical his honor was, and how close his Kitsukikai was to destruction. He was an incompetent blind shogi player who began to abandon piece after piece for his precious Kitsukikai as changing time threatened to checkmate it. Your incident was just the beginning. The concept of diet had just emerged, and he had already abandoned you. When the relationship between North and South was at its most delicate, he was foolish enough to buy weapons from the Northern Court factions, just to destroy a gang that was acting out of line in his eyes, one that had better weapons than the Kitsukikai. He didn't have that much of a grudge against them, other than the fact that they had once harbored a wandering vicious Oni who killed his family. Ostensibly, he was taking revenge for his wife and son. And look what came of it. He abandoned Tetsuya's mother and turned Tetsuya against him. As for me, how many times would he have abandoned me, but for the fact that this lieutenant of his never believed in this honor of his own, even for a moment. I was proven right time and time again. He's no more than a pawn who thinks himself a king, charging blindly into the fray. Did he think promotion awaited? No. Everyone else, friend or foe, was walking in the opposite direction. There's nothing but a dead end awaiting him at the end of the road. To hold back the tide for that fool, clean up his mess, all while getting walked all over by him. I would rather you had killed me in your madness that night. Happy now. Is that enough reason for you to bring your sword or shield to bear? I only have one question. Are we putting on an act? An act. I agree that he could have reinforced his position by putting the blame on you. I can understand why you say that the Oyabun of the Kitsukikai is the furthest from honor. I believe you when you say you stemmed the tide of the Kitsukikai's destruction, and that you are angry at Uncle Tensai for being in the way. What do you want me to say? I just don't know what to think anymore. It was you who brought me back to Kajimachi. It was you who tried to make me lose my reason and eliminate me once and for all. It was you who earned Tetsuya's fervent loyalty. It was you who made him witness his own father's death at your hands. It was you who cut your own finger in front of Uncle Tensai. It was you who cursed his incompetence even unto his death. Your analysis was very clear, very rational. I fully understood what you were saying and how you got to this point. But the clearer and more rational it is, the less I could believe it. Is this really you? Or is this all one final act of madness, written and directed by yourself, so that I will believe that this is the kind of person you are? Uncle Tessa said you were faking it when you cut your finger off. When you cut your little finger that day in the Kajipachi. I didn't believe it. But now I really want to know. How many fingers are there under your left glove? The video freezes. He stares into Hoshiguma's eyes, as though waiting for it to avert her gaze. Realizing that it is pointless, he snorts and displaces his left hand in front of him, before slowly removing his glove. A little finger made of machinery, rather than flesh and blood, trembles where the pinky should be. I want to tell you that the little finger I cut off had been with me for decades. Well, you wouldn't believe it, would you? Very good. Very good. Of all the things you said, there's only one that has a little bit of value. Honor. It's a personal thing. Are you done? Yeah. If you got any men hiding out there, that would be a good time to holler for them. There's only me. No one in hiding, no traps, no tricks. It's the life of a media mogul, a politician's favorite, the Oyabon of the Kitsukikai, something to be taken so lightly. Mogul, not for long. Politician, you be sure to put an end to that personally. Oyabon of the Kitsukikai, remind me who crashed the accession ceremony again. You think I've been acting? Congratulations. Because I'm tired of it. I'm just a Yakuza. A Yakuza back to the corner. If that's the only death I can have, then I would have a clean death. A beautiful death. Even if everything you've done up to this point was one big pile of dishonor. I'm not talking about honor. That recipe to trash floating around your and your Tessai's heads. I'm talking about beauty. What's about to happen may not compare to making the son watch his father die for him, but you cannot deny there's a beauty to a duel by the riverside, under the fireworks, the blood spilling on the banks, perhaps even a head flying into the air. Don't worry, Hoshiguma. In the event that I'm not the one who dies, I'll admit that you wrote a beautiful ending for yourself as a Yakuza. I don't need it. I'm fighting you for one reason. To cut my last ties with you, with the Kitsukikai, with Misuke and with Higashi. Suit yourself. How should I sing the song of your death, in the event that it happens? Who did I kill? An Oni? An Oni. An Oni who has lost her home forever. Ooh. Cool panorama effect. But then he says no more. He pulls his long sword, which is far too long for most men, but just right for him. The blade is sharp as snow, but hitting in the night, a summer frost that should not be. It could fade away any moment. I had a thought, Hoshiguma. The pompousness that has filled his voice up to this point is completely gone. When we were young, Tessai took us to watch the snow, here by this very riverside. I remember. He said, don't look down on yourself just because you're a Yakuza. He said we're descendants of warriors. He said generations after generations of samurai since Shingekazu Onishobu have given their lives for loyalty and righteousness, and we are their legacy. He said that even without noble status, without power, without a leash to serve, even without the bloodline of warriors, loyalty and righteousness never die. The warrior spirit never dies. Jinshin Ninkyo, honor in all its names. The warrior spirit lives on, even if it has fallen on hard times, even if it has become distorted, even if it has taken on many different names, even if no bonds of blood ties it. He was spewing nonsense, wasn't he? It was all an act, wasn't it? We can stare straight into Hoshigima's eyes. You don't know the answer? There's only one thing that I know. Someone you hated so much will never put on an act for you. mature enough. You trusted him and I trust you. I believe you when you say that Tessai didn't lie to me. I believe that we're the last descendants of warriors. Here Nanin Anzai, Mitsuke Yashiru. As for the true blood warriors, whose emblems are passed on from generation to generation, I suppose we're all spectating real estate right now. Kibe sneers. Opposite him, the blue flames of rage burn brightly around Hoshiguma. No longer does it burn for Kibe, but brighter burns, almost burning through the brightly suffocating light of Mitsuke. Cool. And then in the blink of an eye, it is over. The two stand with their backs towards each other, having swapped places in exchange. Hoshiguma returns her sword to its sheath. Kime's figure drops lower and lower until he falls to the ground, no longer able to stand. You're not injured at all. I have a slight cut on my face. What about me? I can feel myself bleeding, Hoshiguma. But I don't want to look. Tell me, how much time do I have left? I don't know. I think there'll be someone here soon after I leave. I think you'll live a pretty long time. Why didn't you kill me? You and I, we have nothing to do with each other anymore. There will be other people to judge you for Uncle Tessai and Momoka. After all these years, at the end of it all, you won. No, I lost. Completely. You hate the way of the city so very much. I just don't recognize it anymore. It's no longer my home, that's all. Sayonara. We won't meet again. Hoshiguma turns and walks towards the ruins of Kajimachi. Lying on the ground, Kibe casts his eyes towards the other side of the river, as he feels the cold of his own blood leaving his body. The noisy commotion looked down coldly on the empty shores on the side, which will soon become much shinier and brighter. The Mormon Oni walks past the ruins of the old building, past the indifferent bustle of the entertainment district, past the foe who had crossed swords with her a moment ago, and into the glaring dark night. But they put all the CGs here towards the end. A cool breeze blows from behind, bringing flesh reverberation, and sounds that do not belong to the present. Going to the summer fair with her father, and the unscrupulous yatai owner, giving her a net made of the filmsiest paper for scooping films. That summer night was her father's passing. She licked the apple candy Tessai gave her that did not seem right for her age. The thorn rings that seemed too juvenile for her, but which could have never seemed to hit the mark, as though they were imbued with some sort of arts. Going to the shooting star with the Holy City of Laterano sign that only had cheap stuff, after getting drunk with her Kitsukikai brothers. She takes one step after another towards these scenes of Higashi's summer nights. But they are ghosts of the past, brushing by her, fading into the distance like the one she had defeated. And the fireworks. Yes, the fireworks of Higashi's summer's nights, which you may never have a chance to see again. So you didn't see any of the fireworks at all? Basically. Oh, you missed the entire fireworks show? Yeah. That's such a shame. Well. Hey. At least you'll see this. I couldn't find any fireworks that nice. All I found on Nita's here was small stuff like this. Sparklers? Don't be sad, okay? Why would I be sad? I'm so relieved to hear that. A surprising encounter with someone wearing a surprising smile on her face and carrying a surprising gift. Hoshiguma feels tears coming to her eyes. The tiny fireworks in front of her seem brighter than the rest of the city combined. It's beautiful. Fleeting, but beautiful. Where are the others? Kishe, Sarasa, Moriichi, and Tetsuya. Kishe and Moriichi-san are being questioned by that tired-looking cop. They should be coming out soon. Sada suddenly fell asleep one block before he ran into the cops. He told us to just leave her there. By the time I talked to the cops and went back for her, she was nowhere to be seen. As for Tetsuya, I have no idea. Oh, we should also let the police know that Kinbei is still lying on the riverbank, and someone should go and get him. They're already headed over. There you are. What are you doing? Posting your own fireworks show. Looks like it. We have someone here who missed the entire thing after all. Gotta make it up somehow, right? Hey, it's the doggo of happiness. This is Kami-sama. What's the matter, Hoshiguma? Did something happen? No, nothing. Just imagining things. It seems that the Kami smiled at her. Or perhaps it has always been smiling. The figure begins to fade, and the firework that Momoka is holding is close to going out. The last spark fades into darkness.
戦場の確認は不要だ。敵の末路はすべて把握しているからな。
Ties. Alright, one last cutscene. 3 o'clock? We showed it on the yesterday stream. I guess I could have stopped at 4. Right here. But, oh well. I was trying to accommodate for this cutscene. Wayfarer. She is a wayfarer at home. She has found her home as a wayfarer.
Reflected under city lights, without a care or fears. How
Oh, are we back in Lungman? Really? She wrote just one line. What would I get from lying to you? I have it right here if you want to read it yourself. I don't know how to say that. Nezik lang tan mao. I heard you pissed Neaje off so bad that he just up and Zao Mai. That's it, not even a sign off. You found that funny? 1. I didn't know she was capable of putting off a cursive script when speedwriting. 2. Did you not set the record straight after she personally slapped this letter out of your head, Commissioner Swire? Stinky rat. Do you think I would have come looking for you if she weren't avoiding me like the plague? You didn't have to. The less we see each other, the better. You. I hereby declare this last finball in your bowl is now mine. Go ahead. Consider it consolation for my inaccurate assumption. You really love to understate things, don't you? How would you want me to phrase it then? You clashed head on with your grandfather in New Siesta. Can't say I falsely accused you of that, can you? Huh. Though, you think I should have a chat with Hoshiguma? You should, but it's not appropriate for you to do so. And no, she's been avoiding me. Only calls me by my official title when she has to. But I'm sure we haven't become estranged or anything like that. After all, she needs to keep a low profile and avoid raising any suspicion after what's happened. Plus, she misunderstood me and that's kind of awkward about it now. And one of her elders has passed too. She's not that sensitive. Really? I feel she can be quite sentimental sometimes. Well, not really. How do I describe that? Wait for Chen Hu-che to come back. Maybe she can help you brainstorm your answer. No, what I mean is her current behavior might not be from overthinking. She's really trying to mess with you. Cow no seal stinking rat. Always calls her that. Makes me laugh. We're thick as thieves, Hoshiguma and I. But she's not one bit as cunning and petty as you. I appreciate the compliment. Always gotta hit her with that stinking rat. Thank you for the omiyage, Inspector Hoshiguma. No thanks necessary. While you were in Higashi, I happened to visit the Jianbing shop quite a few times. I began to enjoy the taste of scallion. I do encounter many unpleasant events in Mitsuke. I'm touched you still bothered to bring something back for me after all that. It's what I ought to do anyways. Besides, I did stir up quite a ruckus in Mitsuke. I'd be sorry if the mess had affected you, Mr. Wei, or even Lungman. Not at all. What I've heard people talk about is your wisdom and courage. You not only cleared your own name, but also avenged Tensai's son, who was as a father to you. That Kibe was never a good man. It was only natural for him to be arrested and put on trial. Fortunate for him that you have a good heart and didn't take his head. I still have a question for you. No need for formalities, just ask. You weren't this way last time when I was riding a little fast and you sideswiped me to force me to slow down. Actually, ever since I came back from Mitsuke, I've been thinking. Lungman and Mitsuke, what's the difference between the two? How can I declare myself a Lungmanite with no hesitation, but I can't seem to consider Mitsuke my home any longer? Because Mr. Lin manages to try as well? Because Lungman has no so-called kami? No, that can't be it. Hoshiguma, the most important thing is in the city is its people. Or is the people. Real living residents. People have dreams, and their dreams determine what sort of stories will happen within the boundaries of the city. You mean, Lemon has long since awoken from the dream Mitsuke is still in. Fortunately, you managed to make some good friends over there. They're probably the best part of my experience in Mitsuke. Isn't that good enough? I have a bizarre story to share with you too, Inspector. What is it? I've heard that near to Mitsuke in Himeno City, Yaoki Kiyokaku has appeared. He keeps his face hidden, and though his swordplay isn't stellar, he still manages to overpower his enemies with just a Makoto in hand. Tetsuya. This young man who seemed ordinary eliminated a gang that had been committing fraud in the city for years. According to him, he walked all the way from Mitsuke to Himeno and will rest no more than a few days there before embarking for the next city. I hope his journey goes well. One more thing, which isn't as strange, but it has something to do with you. A police officer dismissed from his post in Mitsuke is now planning to run for diet office. You think the old couple make it? Odds are 90%. No. But should one just quit simply because it's difficult to achieve? Jesus. True. Alright, that's enough chatting for today. And we're pretty much done with the Jianbing too. Time for the next round to begin. I didn't notice you switched to a nude ride today, but my old pal won't give in without a fight. I didn't expect the pressure to settle in, even before I started my engine, Inspector. Could it be you're tired today? 30% maybe. Here, Chikuwa, daikon, and birdie beast tendon. Phew. How's this highly agency stuff going? Good? Good and bad, but it's coming along nonetheless. I'm glad to hear that. You cried so much when Hoshiguma left. I thought you'd leave Mitsuke for Lungman too. I wasn't that down bad. Hoshiguma had a reason to go, and I have my reasons to stay. Mamoka-san, I see you have already gained the air of a professional negotiator, and in such a short time. Save it. It's hot. Easy, there's no need to rush. Phew, it's hot. But it tastes so good. You know, I might have to leave the city for a bit. Going to that Rhodes Island Hoshiguma mentioned. That's right. I know the Momoka name is already about tied to me, down to my bones. But I still think maybe in a place where no one knows Momoka Hanyu, Haruka Shino could live a little life of her own. Hoshiguma will recognize you at least. Don't cut in, I'm being serious. Alright. Who knows, I might visit too. Make a few more friends myself. Yeah, buddy. Moriyoshi-san, how long do you think we can live like this? What's with the silent tempo change? I don't really get what you mean. I can't explain it, but I feel like days like these are numbered. Now I'm even more confused. I mean, I would say just live life by the minute, but yeah, there's little fucking like, you know, being who controls Originium and knows what the fuck could happen to this world at any moment. Now I'm even more confused. Because, you know, eventually Oz gonna go to hell. I mean, how do I put it? I think the street is full of people every night. The skyscrapers in Kajimachi are almost finished. I walk down the street and 9 out of 10 people are talking about how housing prices are going through the roof. Who knows where Princess has her thumb? All my shows have sold out in a single night, and I shake hands with fans until I grow calluses in my palms. But I get a feeling this will all come to an end pretty soon. What do you mean? War? An attack from the Northern Court? It might not have to make the first move. It might be drawn into this by us. Oh, someone's calling. Business. No, it's Kishisei. Oh, look, a big deuce. What is it? Did the real estate market crash? Huh? You still asleep? Didn't the new project get a fresh high today? How could it crash? It's about Sarasa. Sarasa, didn't she leave Misuke soon after Tetsuya? She sent me a letter with her family crest on it. It's the Nishigoris. The Nishigori clan. From the Northern Court's 4 great clans? She said she had fun in Misuke, but the noise we made might have been a bit too loud, so she went back to Kusarikawa to hide from her family for a bit. Said she'd come back to look for us once it's safer. How's that for big news? That's pretty big. She mentioned you too, and said she knows you're starting a talent agency, and she'd join if it takes off. My agency? To be an idol? The princess of the Nishigori clan? Amokash. If there's nothing else, there's no rush. Your work is consistent. More so than Mifune. The Kitseki Kai are under you now, but the Kitseki group remains a hot potato with a few willing to take over. Have you any interest in picking up his scraps and giving the Kitseki Kai another chance? No, sir. Indeed, picking up his legacy is rather easy in theory, but who knows how many hardships stand in the way. You intend to remain like this for the rest of your days, a gang leader for a group that has lost their home turf. I'm just creating a home for people who fell off society's ladder and doing a bit of cleanup work. Besides, there's no way I can possibly drag this on forever if Misuke no longer needs the Kitseki Kai. I've had enough of both the Kitseki Kai and the Kitseki group. I've come here today to not only fulfill Mifune's promise to you, but to also inform you. I've tried my best to deal with the Kitseki Kai's aftermath, and now I bid my farewell. You made up your mind, so I won't insist on changing it. Good. Excuse me. Alas, a beautiful face, but a heart icier than the fields of Ursus. I was trying to be kind, but she just wouldn't appreciate it. How rare. Forget it. Let's take a look at the goods. The paunchy diet member sent up in the luxurious reception room and walks towards a small door at the back. Shockingly, the room past the door holds no confidential documents or precious metals. Bereft of even entertainment facilities, it really looks like a simple sloppy room of a local. Other than the old pachinko machine in the center of the room. Having escaped destruction in Kajimachi, it is now connected to a dedicated circuit, emitting light and distorted music. The diet member, who appeared quite dignified earlier, is jumping at the chance to have a try at the machine. He lifts a huge basket of pachinko balls from the ground. Right before he inserts them into the machine, a voice sounds from behind it. Got your wish? Yes, Kami-sama. Thank you for your blessings. I am finally content. Thank you for showing up at my humble home after so long. You stayed with me for so many years, but suddenly vanished the other day, and I was so worried. I thought you had abandoned me. Ah, happy returns. The Kami swiftly pounces on top of the machine. All that trouble just for this machine. Sure enough, I mean, I wouldn't have achieved all this without this machine. All thanks to your blessings. I don't remember ever blessing you with anything. Even if you didn't help me in recent years, your aid from 20 years ago was enough for the rest of my life. That again? Indeed. The incident that turned me from the useless reg into an impressive member of society. I told you before, that had nothing to do with me either. I don't believe you. Think about it, what sort of loser was I back then? A jobless hikikomori unwilling to study or work? To borrow a trending word of today. Ah yes, a NEET. Every day I begged my mother for koi to get a few pachiki rounds in. If I won, I considered myself lucky that day, or unlucky otherwise. But that day my destiny changed. I saw you on the streets. I got nothing but wins that day. The pachiko balls flowed freely like water, and I even ran out of trays to carry them all. And then I won a fortune big enough to start a business on Nita Street. They were just pachiko balls after all. There was no way I would win more than the house. But you showed up, and it proved to me I was no longer a loser. From that day on, I believed strongly. I was blessed with fortune by you, looked after by Akami. Had I not gotten blessed by you, how could I have won so much at pachinko and use our earnings to speculate and profit of the day? I blessed you? Of course. Oh. The past few days you were gone, yes? I went through so many hurdles. I asked Akibe to bring me back my pachiko machine, a simple job, no? But I couldn't give the order directly, so I said, take over the Kajimachi, come up with a redevelopment plan, and bring back this pachiko machine on the way back, because I have ties to it. And then everything went to shit. The Kajimachi gang, the Lungman cop, and even Kibe's own artist. What a mess it was. The machine was almost lost in the chaos too. Who's the Karuna? If something happened to this machine you bless, then what point is there in turning that piece of rotten land by the river into Misuka's commercial center? It's not just me, but the whole of Misuka too. Out of the 1,000 court is under your watch, which is why we're developing so fast, and how our property prices are soaring, right? The Northern Court bumpkins are scrunching up their faces in anger, but they can't do anything about the fact we don't want to go over there. With you watching over us, we will surely improve, for... A drop of sweat slides down his face, not from nervousness, but his passion has gotten him heated up. For eternity. And the Kami looks down at him from the top of the machine. I wonder what the symbol means. Down at the secretly purchased 30-floor high luxury apartment with VIP exclusive elevators. Down at the almost 100-meter high building. Down at the clamor and chaos of Mitsuke. And then it speaks a line it was tired of repeating, yet rarely taken seriously. What does any of that have to do with me? The Kami jumps out of the tiny room, but the diet member who finally succumbed to his want for pachiko game does not notice his exit. He will never see the Kami ever again after this day. How long have they been talking? 3 hours at least. There's no signs it's ending. Can I go to the bathroom real quick? Don't even think about running away. You do know that you caused a huge commotion in Misuke, attracting 2 of the 8 major family heads, and even nearly caused a dispute between the north and south, do you? Forget about my old man. At least the old deer from the condo can't do anything to you. You're a priest after all. Even if you're not one of the 8 great clans, your bloodline's pretty... The Nine-Tails? Enough. You may no longer want to live, but you should have dragged your friends down with you. You even sent them letters, saying you were planning to hide in Kusarikawa. They would have been in danger right now if you weren't here, performing Dogeza. Didn't you promise Momoka and the rest to risk your life to keep them safe? I'm sure you're a good man, so since you're so eager to help, I'm just going to the bathroom. Enough praises. The Kanda and Ichigori heads will be out here soon, and it'll all be fine if you stay. But if you run, sobs. Are you hungry? There's Chikuwa here. You can have them if you want. Arigato. Kanushi-sama. I heard the shrine clergy mention you have a daughter. Yes, I do. She's a little younger than you. Are you as harsh with her as you are with me? Or as you were to me? The priest is momentarily stunned. He looks at Sarasa, as she is a creature he cannot communicate with. Me? Harsh with Lisa? What are you thinking? Oh, I can't wait till we get him, dude. I mean, didn't she run away like I did? I'm still Higashi, but she ran all the way to Syracuse. About that. Ingrid can explain the whole thing to you if you met her. Or if you meet her. The door suddenly opens. Fortunately, Sarasa noticed earlier that the flickering light comes from the door gap and returns to her Dogeza pose right on time. The priest immediately catches on and straightens his back with head bowed, standing to the side. Mel Aiger. Now then, allow me to once again apologize to you and the Kano clan on behalf of the Nashigori clan. We are extremely sorry for the trouble caused by our failure to discipline our younger generation. Please. Nalafia, there's no need to exaggerate. The important issues are all settled. And I would like to thank your daughter for providing this opportunity for us to hold this discussion in person. Mitsuki has an incompetent diet member who allows violent gangs to run rampant, and your daughter merely acted in the name of justice. What wrong has she committed? As for the Kami's whereabouts, if I may be so bold, I believe it is best to leave them to appear on their own terms for now. The two clan leaders slowly stroll through the Shine's gardens and towards the exit of the Divine Grounds, as though they have not noticed the two standing and kneeling behind them. So, we're out of trouble? Technically, yes. It's time to head home, Sarasa. The old Ager casually calls out as he stands under the Torii gate. Sarasa freezes on the spot, her flushed cheeks from the joy of having gotten herself out of trouble turning pale. She raises her head to look up at the little patch of sky encircled by the shrine, closes her eyes, and clenches her fist in a position where she believes her father cannot see. Then she puts on an obedient and emotionless expression as she follows her father's steps out of the shrine grounds. Okay. Huh? The music changed? Oh, cool. The lobby changed. The X stages. Alright. That was Atto. Definitely my favorite summer event so far. Just story-wise. For sure. Like, well, like everything before So Long Adele, I've always felt the summer events were pretty weak story-wise compared to anything else Arknights offered. But then I really like the Dells. Pepe was fine. I probably like the Dells more, but I think this has taken the cake for being my favorite summer event so far. I really like this one. I like this one a lot. I think it gave a lot of characterization, not just to Hoshiguma, but all the characters involved. And I think it'll be interesting to see if we see Higashi develop from here. But yeah, that was nice. I really like the solemn moments too. You know, the really personal moments of the Oden guy. I keep forgetting his name because they say two names. And Haruka. But yeah. And it'll be cool to get Rio too. Oh, not Rio. Mio in the future. I definitely think it's definitely possible we get her because her design is too distinct. It really feels like she can become an operator. And I don't think she was necessarily bad. She's not necessarily evil. She's just, as she said, she just wants a place for, you know, the dregs, I guess. to have a place to live or whatever. But yeah. But she cut ties, so we'll see where her story goes to the future too. And there's also Tetsuya. So there's a lot of open ends. You know, there's more stories to develop. You know, Tetsuya, Mio. See where they go from here as well. Anyhow, that'll be all. Really great event. I really like this one. But I guess that is all. I forgot what's the next event after this. I probably won't stream the CC, but we'll see. Anyhow, that's it. Good night. Thanks to anyone who stopped by, and thanks for watching. Peace.